comments already.
Yeah, because
welcome everybody. Here we are again. We have just done a session 0 yesterday. Today, we're going to try to play an in-character session of EZD6 using this for a dungeon exploration game. I feel woefully unprepared, and we'll see how it goes from there. So this is this system. If you're, in case you're interested, we'll make sure to put it in the comments. I think I did try to put a link to it in the comments, so that you can check it out on Drive-Thru-RPG. We've got with me today our regular cast. So this is Rick, 28mm RPG, playing Neville red-handed, and below him we've got Phil playing Creech, and Max playing Korvac Wineslayer. A little bit different this time. We have non-human characters. That's a bit of a stretch for us. We'll see how it goes. And with that, I think we'll get right into it. So let's see here. Okay, now I actually do have the map. One of the experiments we're going to be running is how close the player's imagination will match what I'm trying to describe. Standing in a light drizzle, the three of you have just finished crossing an ancient dwarven bridge that spans a deep ravine. On the other side, where you've just crossed here, in front of you is a ruined keep and the legendary Gascon's Well. The entire structure has seen many years and has fallen into complete disarray. The walls are covered with creeping vines, brambles, ivy. Trees have grown up around the structure. Where there was once a barbican, there now is just stubs of walls, clouded in mist, that is stubbornly hanging around as rain falls. The air is cool, and yet sound carries from within that barbican. Guttural sounds, arguing, metal being drug on the ground.
Shh. Keep down. Motion to the rest of the party.
Yeah, you got like a terrible headache, so if you can keep down, I appreciate it.
You've been drinking again, Korvac. Man, I tell you, you gotta start laying off that stuff every once in a while. Creech.
I got a hood over my head, staff in hand. I look out, crouched down about 2 inches lower than my already 4 foot high physique.
You ready? Are you ready for action?
Another loud guttural shout. Some strange primal language. The sound of a scuffle within the mist, hidden within the ruins of the barbican. No roof exists anymore over the ruins.
I turn over to Creech. I say, one of your relatives, maybe?
What? I'm listening.
Never mind. I'll go up there. I'll sneak up there. I make my way, sneaking along.
Roll. The ground is wet, soaked with dew and now rain. Slippery.
5. Like the wind.
Success. Up ahead, shapes become more distinct within the mist. There are 3 large hulking forms. They're arguing over something on the ground, little pieces of it being tossed aside.
I turn to my companions. I signal to them 3 and
What's he saying? I look over at Korvac.
I rest my butt against like the pillar of the bridge. I said, I don't know. I think he just want to wait us for 3 minutes.
I say he'll probably be dead by then, and I start to like use my cane to assist my walk forward on the bridge to see if I can get a closer look.
I follow suit with my companion, shouldering my big sword.
Heavy footsteps sound on the other side of the crumbling wall of the ancient barbican. A dragging sound.
I grab
One of the
rock.
large figures comes out. Large tusks jut out from his upper jaw. Fetishes adorn his muscular body. Easily 7 feet tall. Dragging behind him the flayed and battered, bashed, broken body of an adventurer by one awkwardly turned leg, the bone broken in several places.
Take a moment to study the where the plants are located. These large plants that have been overgrowing the dungeon.
To the left of the barbican, as you face it, a large tree has volunteered itself, growing wild. It's massive. All over the ruined walls are overgrown with brambles, creeping ivy.
I put one gnarled hand towards the large tree, 3-fingered hand, and then gesture it, like do a bit of a flourish with my hands, and then try to swipe at that large creature with a giant branch, knock him off the bridge. And, I'm going to put spell points into it, right? 3.
Success.
And as it begins to roar, the branch just flies across and he goes sprawling off into the chasm below.
Knocked off his feet. He stumbles, his head coming up through the mist to see, eyes wide with alarm, as he sees Korvac Wineslayer there and Creech completely oblivious to the large willow bough that comes down and smacks him off the side of the head. With a howl that echoes in the mist, he tumbles, a lifeless body left behind him. There's shouts from the barbican. So the other beasts have heard this attack.
I signal to them, up against the wall with a rock in my hand.
I crack my neck and I read toward where Neville is, saying like, that is gonna cure the hangover, I guess. I make my way to Neville.
Two forms run out of the mist, right past where Neville is hiding, behind a ruined stub of a wall. One veers on the wet ground with a large stone axe in 2 hands. He leaps towards Creech, swinging wildly. The other looks around.
Rock to the side of the head.
Creech.
4.
Potential crit. Does not confirm.
I stare.
Armor.
Okay. I just stare at it. No, we'll do it. Stare at him a moment as the weapon comes down at me. The mystical energies around me fizzling as it deflects the blow, keeping it from hitting me. Korvac!
Neville.
I draw my sword now and get ready to lurch into battle with Korvac.
As I see and I hear my buddy yelling my name, I turn around and I raise my big sword. I run that beast and I swing at him. Potential crit. I'm gonna confirm it. And another one.
Another one. Your blade comes down. Success.
Yeah, that'd be 3 strike.
Piercing right through. It's a mortal blow. Snarling, this tusked beast dies on the blade. Hot blood pouring down the runnels of your sword, hitting the cross guard, dripping to the ground.
I reach my hand out and grab him so he doesn't fall off of the bridge. Pull him back up to the bridge and begin to drain his leaking blood into a bottle. I say,
his companion, alarmed and offended that you've ignored him, takes one boot, kicks at Creech. He yells something guttural.
I fall over onto my face, smashing
Creech gets hugging one of these oversized beasts. The other one lays Creech low with a kick that lands in his upper chest, driving him to the ground.
Fall on top of the bottle, smashing it.
A short distance away, there's Neville and Korvac behind this creature.
I'm gonna go for sure protect my buddy. So I run there and I can make a big swing, trying to cut the beast in half, like I just did his buddy. But I swing way too soon and I miss way wide.
It's the ground too slippery. Your footing is unsure. You slide past Neville.
I approach in a flanking position in order to gank. Five.
Success.
Skewering him with my sword.
He yells out in pain. Swings around. Creech.
I scamper over the edge of the bridge, just try to get behind the one of the supporting structures, finding a good nook to keep from getting struck again.
The Gorgwar swings his stone axe around at Korvac. A mighty swing, aiming towards his head. Potential crit. Does not confirm.
Me being lightly armored, I have very little to resist, but fortunately I managed just to dodge and then he hit on my shoulder pad, the little piece of armor that I got.
He snarls, spittle coming from his tusks, right close to your face.
And now on my turn, I retaliate, grabbing my sword, low on the blade and trying to plunge in on his gut. Cannot seem to find any way to get through him.
Miss. Failure.
I take my sword and once again try to slide it underneath its armor. This thing's so tough.
In the chaos of the moment, it's too difficult to get in a strike. Creech.
I poke my head out, raise my staff, and blast him with the mystical burst of energy.
Hit.
And courses through his the blast hits him in the back, coursing around his body.
He
Blue
shudders
electricity.
with one mighty guttural roar. In his dying breath, he swings around wildly. Neville, towards you. Hit.
Using my free action, I twirl like a pirouette around his giant club. I see it go razoring against my chin.
He collapses. The Gorgwar's final furious onslaught, not enough to land a blow. He falls to his knees, dropping his stone axe and then falling forward onto his face. The mist hangs still, an eerie calm after a sudden burst of violence.
Well, you guys were cheap, but effective. Korvac, your swing, you got to learn to use that uppercut a little bit more.
You think I'd be used to the uppercut, eh?
I climb up to the scamper on top of the bridge, slowly, clumsily throwing my leg over the side, trying to stand up.
I look at Creech. Oh my God, Creech! Are you okay? I walk up to him, check, see all the blood all over him. I'm like, what the heck? You should be dead with this amount of blood.
My blood is black. This is
Oh.
not my blood.
What the heck?
I put my finger on it and taste it. Ah, not good.
I moved
On the
toward
ground.
corpse of the-
I wouldn't recommend you guys try it.
I moved
Sorry.
toward the corpse of the guy that I downed, and I started like looking on his body, look if there's any coin or booze.
Strange fetishes from fallen foes adorn the corpse of this monstrous humanoid. His equipment is simple, crude. All over he's tied fetishes, finger bones, small items stolen from his vanquished foes.
I pick up one of the finger bones,
Oh my God!
and I turn to one Creech, and I throw the finger bone and say, "Hey, I found a snack for you."
It's a little tough for snack.
Laying in the ground in the wet
Maybe we could stew it for a little while.
grass, the pulverized body of an adventurer. There, within the ruins of the Barbican, two more bodies, stripped of armor, laying on the ground, ears cut off, all other items of value missing. The bodies shrunken as if fluid drained from them. Bones broken in several places, piercing the skin. None of the three bodies look particularly old, nor are they rotten.
I hang my head over the bridge and once again throw up. Sorry.
Neville. I slap him in the back. Are you new to this, my friend?
No, but what are these guys caught on them? It's crazy. Who does this?
Looks like they got a case of the murdered.
Oh, is any of them blonde? That's the most important part.
What?
Blonde. We're looking for blonde. The Baron's son. Blonde.
Well, we're. I'm just here to point me to something I need to kill. I kill it, man.
If you can hit it, you must. You got anything on you, Creech, to give him? Booze, something? I think he needs it.
I got this, and I pull out of my satchel like a little bottle of perfume. But that's kind of like last resort kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I get you. I get you, bud.
Okay, I say this one might have been blonde, but he doesn't look like anybody's son.
An old man lies there.
Oh, no,
body
no.
broken.
He's got to be younger. He's got to be much younger.
The second corpse is bald. The third has a dark brown hair. The bald skull is horribly misshapen, smashed, caved in.
Well, this could have been one of the adventuring groups that came in here and tried to went missing, looking for the Baron's son. Apparently, there were two groups.
I approach the bald buddy. I give him a little kick, and I look at Neville. So I guess we're the B team then, right?
We're the last resort. I think they may have taken a little stipping, so check the bodies just in case there is some gold and stuff.
I oblige.
Creech is already like looking through bags. He's like, but he's searching them for
A small bag of
treasure.
coins falls out of the waistband of the under armor the undergarments that are worn underneath armor typically. Aside from that, one silver bracelet falls off an obviously broken wrist. The silver bracelet has a small pearl inlaid in the center.
I toss the bag of coins to Korvac. Say, yeah, this'll quench your thirst when we get back.
Oh, it'll do the trick.
This is shiny. Hold it up. Try to determine if it's magical in origin.
Roll. Yes. The success. The bracelet emits a small but easily distinguishable aura. This, a small silver bracelet, has the aura of poison, like a curative agent.
I say, it's very pretty. Mr. Korvac, I don't think you'll like this one, but Neville, why don't you try it for now?
What? I put my hand forwards and grab the item.
It's magical.
Oh,
Small silver bracelet, the pearl inlaid.
It should protect you from poison if I know my artifacts.
Why would you want
put
that?
it over my hand.
Or it'll poison you. I just
Yeah.
watch 'em.
A tingling sensation travels down your arm, travels down Neville's arm. You have boon versus poison.
Oh, okay. I felt it go to my heart, and I'm okay. All right.
I point to one of the body on the ground. Look at Creed and say, like, don't they look a bit dry for a body that shouldn't have been dead that long.
Mm.
You're the fluid guy, right? Just,
Now I know someone got here before me.
yeah. I think they should be like juicier.
Juicy. Sorry.
I don't
Okay.
know.
This
Maybe
guy had a hard time keeping his fluid.
I look at it, look for like puncture marks of like a creature that might have tried to use its fangs and drink its blood.
The skin of this poor adventurer is broken in so many places from the compound fractures that are openly piercing every limb, the torso, and his badly misshapen skull. The skin in places is torn asunder, not punctured so much as abraded away.
I
Rob.
am going over here. And he points over to the Barbican and starts to walk that way.
I think he probably just got smashed up by the guys on the bridge.
Probably. So I guess we already made it further than they did. Let's get
Start
moving.
walking, start following Neville.
The Barbican is overgrown, brambles all around on the inside. A small passage winds through broken wall to a larger courtyard beyond, the main feature of which is a 30-foot cube hole in the ground. Mosses, grass, some shrubs have grown right up to the edge of this large pit.
Gascon's well.
On the other side of the well, another tree has sprouted up within the confines of this courtyard. Ruined walls surround all sides. To the left, the wall is broken down to the point where just one large boulder remains between the two walls. Where once there was a strong rampart, there is now only ruins. On the left side of the well, this 30 by 30 hole in the ground, a large staircase descends steeply underground. Mists circle around. The rain continues to fall. Over to the right on the entrance, what was once a tower, now just fallen into complete ruin. Other holes in the walls reveal thick woods to the north or to your right.
I sneak through over towards the well and approach it in a way to make my way and look down, peering into the darkness below.
You know what do you know about, like, you know anything about who took this prince that we need to, or the son that we need to rescue?
He looks back. No idea. No idea. We just know that two parties have disappeared so far.
But I point down the stairs because we know that some things like to live underground, and I point to the tower, and something likes to live up high. So
Look,
here.
I step into the courtyard and look over towards the tower and say, I don't know if anything's up in that thing. Looks kind of run down. Almost
the walls barely reach 20 feet into the air and are misshapen. The top of the tower long since gone.
Yeah, I guess we would see it from here then. So are we going down?
I look across the courtyard. I don't see any way other than down.
Across the courtyard, a large tree has sprouted within the confines of the courtyard. It, aside from the large 30-foot cubed hole where it descends deep, deep, deep into darkness. The stairs just to the left, about 10 feet away from where Neville is leaning over the edge.
Take a listen down the hole, the well.
Guttural sounds. Similar to the...
I go close to Neville. I say, let's get this done.
There's more down there.
Yeah. For now.
Okay.
Where else would they be? I grab a stone and chuck it down the well. See how deep it is.
It falls and falls, echoing as it bounces off hard surface. Very, very faint. A splash.
I yelled on the well, "Good morning!"
It echoes and echoes. The guttural sounds stop.
There you go.
Great. Do we wait for them up here? Or perhaps we can wait for our little tree friend here to help us, give us aid.
You got you figured out, Creech, already.
Don't go disrespecting the trees. Not around me.
No,
all right?
good tree. I love trees, I tell you. As long as this is a nice, clean place for the trees, that's all I care about. Enough of this body parts and stuff around here. Just creeps me out.
A sucking sound behind to your left, just a little to the left of where the stairs are. What was a large boulder has split in half. There's a sucking sound as the two halves of this, like a giant shellfish, open. 6 tentacles go flying out, striking at each of you. Neville.
I use my acrobatics to avoid the one strike.
The sinewy, ropey tentacle goes wide, just missing. Korvac. The tentacle wraps around the dwarf's waist, pulling him off the ground.
I fall to my ass.
Creech, a tentacle grabs at the little goblin, winding itself around.
Using the magic force field surrounding me, repelling the tentacle as I slip out from its grasp.
This is a contested roll. Your small figure drops below as the tentacle tightens up on nothing but air. Korvac's lifted off the ground towards the knobby, stony top of this boulder.
I do an acrobatic move, flipping and in the air, going towards the tentacle around Korvac, and coming down with my blade. Five.
Success.
Slash.
The tentacle, severed from its root, falls to the ground. Korvac falls to the ground as well. More tentacles come out, seeking you.
I quickly get back to my feet, raise my sword, and run toward the boulder, doing like those big motion over my head.
Small hose-like things are visible at the bottom of the boulder, making sucking sounds, reaching out, anticipating its next liquid meal as it pulverizes its next victim over its stony top. It looks like a mussel, almost. A mollusk.
try to summon a large wall of brambles suddenly in front of us to give us a refuge, and then jump down behind the well to avoid the aggression of the creature.
Brambles start to grow. Korvac, you've already moving towards the creature as a jump on it.
I slash at all the tentacle that tried to reach out toward me. Wildly. Sweeping for each tentacle. Like I sweep. Doing an attack to each of them.
They move deftly out of the way. Or did they?
Trying to count the number of tentacles that are there. See what kind of like opposition.
5 remain whirling around.
I maneuver over towards the stairwell, opening to the stairwell on the side, keeping myself up against the wall, but away from the brambles protecting us.
Brambles sprout up all around Korvac.
We can go down the well. It looks rooted to the spot, maybe. I can cover our escape. I shot out from my, just like looking over the edge of the well.
I stopped my run. And I said, all right, I guess. This motherfucker got lucky. And I turned around toward the well.
There's a ripping sound as the entire boulder starts to move slowly, crunching forward, rolling, shakes the ground. Small pieces of the ruined walls tumble down. The crack of the brambles as they get crushed underneath it moves ponderously slow.
Oh, son of a bee. I pick up a rock. I start whipping it at it. Pang, pang, pang. Knocks
Deflects
a few.
harmlessly.
I take out the bottle of perfume from my pouch, which is a high alcohol content. I pour it on some bramble, take out my flint and steel, and I strike it.
The brambles light, helped by the accelerant of the high alcohol perfume. They squeal, high-pitched, on the other side of the brambles, crunching sounds as a large boulder rolls, knocking into one of the ruined walls, which falls over into its component stones, scattering on the ground. The rumbling gets less pronounced as the boulder rolls away from the flaming brambles.
The well, like swearing as a son of a bee. I was drink this perfume later on.
Lavender. Why does he have lavender?
Look
The
around, trying
stairs
to
go
figure out
down.
who said that.
I said it. The stairs go down into the well. They're slick stone, cut into the bedrock.
Motion to everybody as I tried to get myself down. Taking care as I take my footing down the stairs.
I summon a vine to follow the staircase as sort of a handrail.
success.
Quickly run down.
I
You
jumped
think
off.
you don't think it'll roll down the stairs, do you? Like say up to those guys.
I doubt this thing is going to do very well in the stair, to be honest. But if it comes, we'll finish it. If not, we'll finish it on the way up.
I keep on making my way down the stairwell. Do, 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 do.
They descend.
My eyes.
The stairs descend steeply. On the right-hand side of the stairs is just a sheer drop. After descending for a good 20 feet, you reach the stairs end in a mezzanine. This mezzanine rings the well, which continues deeper down. In this mezzanine, a square space, approximately maybe 50 feet square, where the stairs end. On the mezzanine, which continues up, there's a door, a heavy wooden door. There's one on the left. There's one at the top of the mezzanine, so over on the north side. And then the mezzanine winds around where you can't see from the bottom of the stairs. It's impossible to see if there's something behind the stairs. Light filters down from above. It's dim.
So what are we going to do? Left or up ahead?
We'll hit this door first, I say, at the end of the mezzanine here. As I sneak my way across.
All right.
Putting my
I'll let you
hand
go,
up.
I'll let you go ahead as I stand on the last step of the stair.
Yes. If it's got body parts behind there, you take care of it. As I approach.
I also stand casually at the intersection, looking up to see if there's any development on the creature that was potentially following us.
Rain continues to fall. Other than that, silent.
Take a couple sniffs. Try to get a sense if there's anything of value nearby.
It's pungent, musty, but not valuable.
Maybe valuable to me.
All sorts of aromas waft up from deeper into the well. But from here on this catwalk of sorts, this mezzanine level, just two doors visible on either side of the pit that continues down some indeterminate distance into the ground.
I check the closest door to us, to our location.
There, about 10 feet down this walkway that's hugs the wall, is a door, a heavy wooden door.
I move up to it and take a listen.
I sit down on the last step of the stair.
To the right, Korvac, light comes from underneath the door further away from where Neville crouches listening. Small sounds, easily lost within the drip of constant water draining from the surface down into the well. The light from underneath that door on the opposite side of the open cavern is interrupted by a foot, maybe 2 feet.
Over at Korvac and say, should we go to Neville now?
I don't know, maybe you want to just he seems to be liking to be like to do the quiet thing, right?
He seems like a brat that's in over his head to me.
All right, let's go check on him. After all, we're being hired for babysitting, right?
After you.
Step on my feet, grab my big sword, put it on my shoulder.
A shimmer of magical energy surrounds me, reinforcing my defenses as I follow Korvac.
You think we're gonna be back home by this evening?
This it goes deep. I hope we aren't.
I test the door. I attempt to open it.
It's held fast. Small chittering sounds on the other side of the door.
Ooh. I look back to Korvac in the game. I say, sounds like there's something in behind here. And I look at the other door, seeing the glimmer of light at it.
Underneath the door jamb, the small space between the bottom of the door and the stone floors, wet, slick, some light bleeds through.
I look at Neville and I signal him to come too close to me, a few feet away.
I take one of my nails out, place it in between the door, and go tap, 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 tapping in the nail slightly to keep it fast. And turn around and start to proceed towards Korvac.
I speak lowly to Neville. I say, like, you said there's people behind that door, right?
Probably not behind this one, but that one over there with the light, yes. Or
Then
something.
open the door and get in. What you were doing?
Walk over. There's chittering behind this one. I'm going over to this one with the light.
I'm under the one with the chittering. I'm gonna kind of put my face against the ground and see if I can look through the crack.
Small feet are seen. The small goblin form of Creech get low to the ground. There's unshod feet, bare feet running.
I get a good whiff.
Smells like home.
Feet?
And feet.
And then I'm gonna point my finger in and then try to wrap his feet up in a vine real quickly.
There's sudden shrieks. Shrieks as the creature on the other side gets tangled up in a vine. Hacking sound.
Gotcha.
As I yell the shriek,
Squealing.
I go toward the door and I open it.
I got him. I move out of the way so he can open the door.
The door is stuck.
Well, I didn't plan on that.
Locked.
I'm gonna kick it. Yeah, 4.
Though the door is sturdy wood, the high humidity and has rotted away. It gives, revealing a room beyond. Now this room has stairs that go down on either side. And then outside this square room, on the far side, there's a door on the right and a door on the left. But in the center of the room right now, with vines twisted around it, is a small goblinoid-looking creature. It has a face of a bat, its back covered with spines. It's hissing, struggling against these vines, while another of the same type has a crude knife with which it's chopping at the vines to free its compatriot.
I just
Their
yell, like,
eyes
"Stop
big
that,
like
boy.
saucers.
Drop the knife. Forget about it."
Looks up, brandishes its knife, its pale skin reacting to the light that's now filtering in from the open door. It shrinks away from the light.
I brandish my sword and I say, "Mine's bigger."
It squeals and runs to the door on the left. The door opens.
I blast it with my staff.
The vines shrivel as the arcane energy of the staff strikes this creature running for the door. Success. It blasts the creature into pieces. It explodes with the arcane energy, spreading gore and its pale white skin all over the door that it was attempting to flee into.
I look over at Korvac and say, let's not announce our presences any more than we have.
I'm trying to be polite.
Kill
I
it.
take my sword and I swing I swing at the guy that is thing on the vine. Potential crit. Not confirmed. That's gonna be a good
The
start.
sword, success. The sword comes down and strikes a mortal blow to this small, pale, goblin-sized creature.
I come around the corner through the door now that the Eldritch Blast has gone through, feeling the heat from that. I look, that's just a baby. And I'm like, I approach, but I stutter before I strike.
The last of the vines shrivel away, revealing a room about 15 by 15 with 2 stairwells going up to a elevated walk, or going down, to a hallway that has the door now painted with the gore of the creature that got splattered by Creech, and another door.
I point to the door with the that is splattered. And I say, "This guy was going this way. Maybe that's the place we should follow next, right?"
Sure.
Wouldn't that be where his family is?
Yeah, so that's the place we should go next, right?
I don't know. I look at the pathetic creature dead on the floor. Try to figure out if it's intelligent or not. Is this an intelligent creature? Two.
Probably using tools. Has some rudimentary intelligence for certain.
I guess
I
we
tell
gotta talk to one of them.
These are babies, I tell you.
I tried to talk to one of them.
He was running.
They were probably playing with their toys in here, and then we came along and we caused their death. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. What have we become? Murderers? I guess.
Well, you didn't kill anything. Don't worry about it, Neville.
I guess I had that self-realization a long time ago.
I tried to be nice. I tried to give them a chance to move away. But
Okay. Well, maybe there is a chance that there could be some survivors or something. Maybe they've been captured by these creatures. Who knows?
you think those are the one? They don't seem like the kind of creature that would fucking capture somebody, right?
Well, they use tools. They must have some form of intelligence to them, right?
I don't know.
If somebody captured this boy and they're not eating him, then these guys probably at least know who did that, right?
So we go into this door, and
Or they helped eat him.
Door.
Yes, let's go forth.
All right.
I move myself over towards the entry to the stairs going down.
Stairs go down on either side of the room, both to the left and to the right, ending in the same hallway that runs. To the north, onto your right, is a door not painted by the gore of this hapless creature destroyed by Creech's all arcane blast. On the other is the same door, but painted with gore.
I point to Neville, like, say, like, what about this door, Neville? You want to go down?
Okay, we'll go to that door. I go to the door that Korvac pointed towards.
I stay back and I take to Creech. I said, Creech, I'm going to let him listen to him. It seemed to be important to him.
I listen.
Skittering sounds on the other side of the door. But what's more important, the faint creak of hinges behind as the other door opens. Small creatures, size of a goblin, big saucer eyes and spiny protrusions all over their back, come streaming out of the other door, crying war cries, lunging towards you down this short hallway towards the gore-covered door.
Now we've awakened the nest. Okay, he pulls forth his knives.
Who could have done such a thing? Look around.
But no, it's going to make it easy. They're coming to us.
They rush down, fighting over one another to get towards you, crude weapons in hand.
I move to engage. Ah!
I blast one with my staff. Try to retreat towards the back of the room.
The staff, overtaxed, fizzles.
Uh-oh.
Neville, one of these small creatures, impaled on your blade.
Slash.
Fingers
Next.
hesitate.
Hit to the next
I
one.
move to the fray in the place that I can hit the most of them with a giant swing from my sword.
They stream all around.
The first one that I can hit.
The large blade eviscerates the small creature. Others howl, scream enraged.
The next one that get cut by my blade.
Same thing. The small goblinoid creatures with faces like bats getting pummeled.
Is there anyone more that wants some of that steel?
3 more in the back ranks hesitate, seeing their dead comrades in front of them. They turn tail and rush through the other door, the one not painted by the gore of their fallen kin. The door slams behind them.
I wipe my blade. Guess we'll let them go.
Like, I'm doing this with my staff. And it's going like, whoop, 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 whoop. I just need a minute.
That happened to every one of us.
Got a limp branch, I see. Happens to the best of us at the worst of times.
Walk
All right. So where
Okay.
to now? We have like 2 options that are interesting. This door, where those guys went back to, if we want to pursue, or that door where the other guy was going through.
We'll go for that door where the other guy was going through.
I'm all right with that. I don't care.
I walk over towards it. I just grab the door and yard it open.
It swings open, not locked, revealing a small hallway that turns to the right and then another small square room. This is different. In this room, there are 2 holes in the floor, recessed into alcoves. They descend into darkness. In fact, the whole area is dark. No light.
Peer around with my twilight vision and walk into the square room, checking into the holes as I approach them.
The vision is clouded here. The little light that's filtering through the open doors is not reaching very far into this room.
I go join Neville, looking down the hall.
2 holes, each about 5 foot square, on the north side of this room, descend as far as can be seen with your tunnel vision down into the depths.
Got
A
a rope.
small rope
I do have a
hangs
rope.
down one of them,
Oh,
secured to a small metal ring that's been affixed to the stone. The rope is
Rico, you feel like
thin.
rebelling down this way?
well, I may as well. Grab onto the rope, test it first.
It creaks
I,
alarmingly.
Do we have another rope?
I do.
Okay. Let's see.
Take out my rope, throw it on the
Attach-
ground, attach it to the ring,
Thank you.
throw it down
All
the
right.
hole. This is gonna be one safer.
Walk into
I-
the room,
Scooch
I
it
put
through
my,
my.
put my hood on, or walk up to the ring. I say, I try to study it, see if maybe it has some other purpose, like as a pulley
It's
or like a well.
the stone around where the ring is has been damaged relatively recently. Like the ring was driven in like a python to the ground, into the side of the masonry. Not original.
This must have been the work of one of the adventurers, maybe.
Well, we're about to find out.
I look at the rope. I say, I don't know, man. The adventurer that came here like probably have a better rope than that piece of shit. Maybe it's those guy. They use that. I don't know.
I shrug.
Okay.
I start making my way down.
Just
It's tight. Like slimy on the sides.
Oh,
Some coating on either side. It goes down, down. Now pitch black. Twilight vision is of no use. Without being able to see, it's incredibly difficult to determine how much further you're going.
I keep descending down, listening intently as I go.
Chittering sound now from below.
Damn it. Keep on going. Looking for any eyes reflecting back at me. My twilight vision. Nothing.
Something stings
That's
your
it.
foot.
How's it going, Neville?
Damn it! I start climbing back up.
I look at Creech and you want to go down, or you want to follow, or you want to let this fool?
I'm currently doing an experiment to see if I want to go down. And I wait for Neville to come back.
Neville left foot has a spike, like those that are on the backs of these creatures, piercing through your foot.
Oh,
One strike damage.
damn it!
I snatch it out of his foot when he gets
Yeah,
up.
I pull my hand at the Neville, help him up. The last.
Yeah,
although
don't go down there. Don't go down there. I say as I get hauled up.
I take the rope, the 2 rope, and I pull them up.
I take my foot up. I'm like, oh, grab the spike and start to pull it out of my foot. Arrgh!
Already holding the spike, I say, I got it already. And I look at
Thin,
it, try
sharp.
to determine if it has any poison venom sac.
Go ahead and roll. Boone. It has a bitter taste. Most likely poison.
Oh, I tasted it. Mm-mm. You do not want this in your foot.
Thanks for letting me know. Just a little too late, but jingle, jingle, jingle with his little jewelry on his arm.
I try
Feels
to
warm on the wrist.
try to juice it into a flask.
Small drop of liquid falls into a flask.
You think that's getting me fucked up?
I wipe a little drool off of
I start winding up the rope.
my now
Korvac.
numb mouth. My mouth's a little numb now.
Why don't we take the stair?
That might be a better idea.
If it goes down,
I
it
hand
might us all
hand the
meet together.
winded rope over towards Korvac.
What's that fucking hole in the floor anyway?
That
Not
could
just
be
one,
garbage.
two holes.
It could be laundry.
Looks like a
It's a
heat
dump
pile,
leader.
right?
Maybe they can understand us. Hello.
It echoes. Hello, hello, hello. Skittering, chittering sounds come back.
What are they saying?
Look over at Neville. Like he's an idiot.
He's got
look
his
at-
boot off. He's got his foot bare. He's trying to patch up his foot. The
I look
spare
around
sock.
I look around the room for the biggest thing that could fit through the hole that I can drop there.
Several pieces of broken, rotted away furniture of some kind, chairs perhaps, lay around the room. Their function long since ruined. Other pieces of detritus laying around. And several bones, smaller bones, prominent tusks.
Go to a piece of furniture that is out of rotten way. Move it a bit. That won't do anything. Not heavy enough. Let's go get the stair, guys.
I start walking towards the exit of this room. I say, I was thinking we might go where those other 3 guys went. We got to catch one of these guys.
All right. I'm okay with that. You okay with that, Neville?
I'm fine with that. He's trying to put his boot back on.
Do you want me to carry you?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound. All right. Truss up my
Or feeling
clothes.
busy. Let me know. Might have something for that.
Like your perfume. Yeah. Okay.
I got more than one trick in my bag.
I'm sure you do.
Creech, the other door that was slammed by the 3 that fled, is there still closed.
I get down low again. Try to peek through the crack.
Dark on the other side.
I tell Creech, I say, so you think they can understand us?
I don't know. And I don't think so.
Should I tell them like that we won't kill them if they cooperate?
I say go with we will kill them if they don't cooperate first.
It's a bit aggressive.
Well, we did kill about 6 of them so far. So
Yeah, so they know that we will kill them.
All right.
I'll go your
this
way.
door's
Creed.
good.
I pull the door open.
The door opens without any issue.
I say hello. If you cooperate, we won't kill you.
Skittering sound, and then it gets fainter, like it's falling through a hole. Sounds
we
just
will
like
kill
when
you if
Neville
you
was
don't.
rappelling down the holes. On the other side of the door, a hallway goes and then turns immediately to the left, and then opens in another square room, about 15 by 15. This time, the holes in the floor are on the left side of the room rather than the right. Otherwise, it's a mirror to what the other room was. On the floor, in the small opening, are a number of small bones, and one that's fairly complete, fresh even. It's a diminutive-sized gorgwar, like an infant. The corpse lays there. It has several wounds on it from spines. Korvac.
So I guess it's more holes that they just go through down, don't you? Right? Just like, let's go fucking take the stair. I don't feel like doing some any kind of escalade.
Oh, man. A tiny, tiny bit of light bleeds through the wall in the hallway, not far from the door. A hairline crack in the masonry.
One of the hairline crack. I say, yeah, it's like a secret door here. I start
Over
rubbing
towards
my
the
hands on it.
bones, a tingle, a magnetic draw, Creech. Towards
Yeah.
the pile of bones.
My nose twitches. I walk over towards the pile of bones.
An adventurer's pack has been ripped open. Its contents pilfered through. One tube there. A scroll tube.
I pull it out. I say, looky, looky.
Oh,
I open it up to read it.
I look at Creech like rummaging to the pack and say, "Is there anything to drink in there?"
I just ignore him.
I finally get up and make sure my boot is on proper and start heading towards Korvac.
I go to the crack where there's the light peering through. I say, "You say, Creech, you say there's a secret door or something?"
I don't know. There's a crack or something. I'm reading this thing.
Okay, I'll check.
Figure it
I'll
out.
check. I start looking around the crack.
A hidden door in the wall. A tiny bit of light peeking through.
Start checking around for the way to open. Give it a press.
The door moves. A little opener, a little wider. Some more light bleeds through, revealing a hallway lit by torches.
Ooh.
Whispered sounds, guttural, primal.
Pull out my sword. Look at Korvac.
Yeah, I sound like one of those assholes that we seen outside.
Light flickers on the walls, torches further away.
Grab one of the torches.
Creech, you with us?
Yeah, this should come in handy. I put it back in the tube. Put it in my pack and walk in with them. Unaware
Listen,
of
Neville.
what's really going on.
I let you surprise them, right? Show us what you can do. I'll follow a few feet behind.
You want to carry the torch then?
I'll take the torch.
Hand him the torch.
Look at Creech. Let's see if this guy can do anything.
Start sneaking down along the side of the wall.
There, a small alcove opens up, and then some stairs, just a small number of stairs heading up to a landing where 2 armed Gorgwars stand guard, nervous, their muscular hands twisting on the grips of their swords, conversing in low tones. Every so often, quieting down and listening at the door, they guard. Beyond, the hallway continues wider, more torches lit. And then at the far end, barely illuminated, a wide staircase descends.
Okay.
The 2 guards stand there in the torchlight.
I turn back, looking over towards Korvac, and I signal to him, putting up 2 fingers once again. Big.
I look at Creech and I say, well, I guess he's good at telling us how many of them are there. I don't know that help us exactly.
I
Silently walk forward towards the guards.
Yeah, I drop I put the torch on the floor and I follow Creech. As silent as I can be.
And when I see them, I throw my hands up like so, grasping vines and limbs, punch out of the ground, pinning them to the wall or to the wall that they're guarding. I'll put 2 on it. 3.
Standing guard. Oh, my apologies. Resistance is rolled first. Beat a 4.
You want me to re-roll it?
You could use karma if you want.
Not on magic.
Not on spell.
Oh, my apologies. The 2 being on guard leap out of the way as vines spring up where they were standing just a moment ago. Now alerted, they shout out a warning, brandish weapons towards the hallway where Creech is standing.
I'm running in and trying to sweep both of them. Yeah, it's going to be a potential crit. It's not going to be confirmed. You know what? I'll confirm it.
The blade comes through, a mortal blow, downing the one immediately. The longsword piercing through his breast.
Yeah, whoops, sorry. And the next one, potential crit again.
Yep.
Which is not confirmed.
Wounding his compatriot, who stumbles back, shouting out something down the hall.
I pull forth one of my knives, whip it at him. Ding, 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 ding.
The knife hits one of the torches, causing it to fall off the wall and be extinguished.
Yes.
The wounded guard spins and with a cry strikes out at Korvac. Three, that's going to hit. Armor check.
I managed to, just in the last moment, move out and let my armor, like, being a trained fighter, I know how to get the armor to protect me. So the blow land on my little piece of armor that I have.
Skitters away harmlessly.
I'm going to blast at this creature with my staff. Hopefully it has recharged.
Staff still fizzles. A small light show harmlessly plays down the
What the heck? It's like beating it into my hand.
I'll
Take a few steps back.
I do a backswing with my sword, trying to finish up that guy. With a 4.
hit.
Sword slashing him. Blood is down.
Blood paints the wall behind him as the slash takes his life and he falls to the ground. At the far end of the hallway, illuminated by a torch still burning, from a side passage, two much smaller gorgoires appear. Pitifully small weapons brandished by their adolescent hands. They take up a defensive posture, pointing their weapons bravely towards you. Both look quite small, smaller than goblins.
I maneuver myself over to the down torch, my kill for the evening, and pick it up along with my knife. I say to Korvac, "We're going to kill the children?"
Yeah.
All righty.
I throw my hands up, creating a thick wall of brambles between us and the children.
They shout out in alarm.
I say, I got a feeling about this door. Maybe we check the door out and then we'll handle murdering these kids.
Either
is
way,
why-
it's fine with me.
This is why we're the cheap team.
There, now the brambles cover where the youth have emerged. A stairway goes deeper down underground at the end of the hallway. On the other side of the brambles, you hear hushed voices as the youth there marvel at the magical barrier placed in front of them, hacking at it with their small improvised weapons.
I think we should kill those guys first.
They're very determined.
Let's get rid of that thing so they don't come back in our... I speak at high volume enough that if they understand, if they can understand what I'm saying, they definitely hear us, right?
A voice comes through. It's of a different tone than the others so far. A slightly higher pitch. Leave us be, it says in broken common. We acknowledge you are the strongest one.
We're looking for a kid.
We only have our own kind here. Human, dwarf, whatever you be.
We won't kill any more of your people if you help us find him. We're not there to kill you. We're just there to rescue this kid. Have you seen you living here? Have you seen anybody come through with
No, we stay
a
here.
blonde boy?
We stay here where it's safe, so the little pale things don't steal our young.
You think there's a pale thing that would steal this young?
Yes, those nasty little dreck with the spines. We stay here, safe here, guarded.
What would they
No.
do with those young?
They eat them.
They eat. I look at Korvac and I say, they're talking about the bad things. They don't go out and kidnap lords' children.
Yeah, that seemed weird to me as well.
At least,
I shrug.
We can
Well-
still go kill them.
especially when we have all these perfectly fine, plump children
Please,
here to
please,
take.
please leave us be. Leave us be. We'll give you what we have. You adventurers, you take what we have.
You got anything to drink?
Yes, we have your drink. We take your drinks. The men that come here, once they die, we take their things.
Yeah, I'll take that.
We cannot pass it through the brambles.
Why? Oh, man.
Well,
I'm
then
suddenly
perhaps-
very untrusting of these animals.
Creech, who open a passage or something?
Is that you talking or the thirst talking?
No. I agree. I agree with Korvac. I think we should do a little negotiation.
Is that you talking or the naive child talking?
Naive. Look. Body parts are one thing. Being in the darkness, another. Being in a nice, clean, elvish house is a totally different thing to me.
Let me say it this way. What is the upside of going that way?
They said they have drink.
Okay. But
Look.
they don't have the kid, so let's go down the stairs and leave the wall.
Man, I want to get that kid so I can get some gold, so I can buy some drink.
We don't
They have
have
some
your
drink.
kid. The voice says again. We don't
I
have any of your kind.
I poke my head through. I say, just hand us the drink, and we'll leave you alone.
And we'll go kill those little dretch.
They talk in their own language for a while, and then a couple wine skins are pushed along the floor towards you through the brambled walls. There, drink.
Go down.
This is what we have.
Pick them up. I open one and I take a big swig. A very big swig.
It's fine wine, very fine wine. The wineskin has an embossed bee on it, and then as a Baron's vintage.
I look at at Creech and Neville and I say, I think they're saying the truth. Let's let them be. They're a good guy after all.
Because they rob nobility. They don't think they're above kidnapping nobility. I don't. If anything, I'm more concerned.
You want some, Creech? And
No, you're missing the point. I slap the wineskin out of his hands as it goes sprawling off.
Don't go spill some wine. Like we barely have any. So I got here.
You have to remember that Korvac works better under the influence. So this is to our advantage.
You go now, right? We gave you the drink. You wanted the drink.
Okay.
You leave
Gotta
us
pay the
be.
deal. So I think we should go home. No, wait.
You made a mistake here, Neville. Never give them what they want till the job's done. Like say, I think we should kill him and see if the kid's there.
He's probably not going to be there. But, okay, bring down the wall. We will go in.
Okay. I bring with a wave of my
Okay.
hand.
I turn toward where the wall is. I say like, "We're not gonna kill you, but we're gonna visit you.
There's
If you
sounds of
lied,
alarm
then we're gonna kill
from the
you."
other side. Sounds of alarm as the brambles fall away, revealing a 15-foot wide by 60, 70 feet long, a long rectangular room with small alcoves. At the far end, what was maybe a chapel or an altar has been turned into a den. Blankets that have been pilfered from various adventurers and caravans have been piled up, making nests where lounge female gorgwar with their young around them. They carefully shield the young and try to move further back into this long rectangular chamber. Their spokeswoman stands up and moves towards you cautiously, her hands out, her prominent tusks making speech difficult, but she tries. See, we do not have your boy. We only have our own kind.
I guess then you won't mind if you look around for a bit.
Yeah, of course. Great, powerful one.
I look
Of
at
course.
Creech and I say like, "You want to sniff around for a while?"
I start walking forward into the living area. of
They
these
shy
creatures.
away. Though Creech is small compared to them, they shy away. Creech, a tingle towards the back of the room.
I say I try to like fold my cloak on itself to hide the blood of their kind covering me, and walk towards the back, and I say, ma'am, walking.
I stay at the door, looking back and forth, making sure we're all clear.
One of
Take another
the
swig of wine, and then I look at the wine skin and I see the bee on it embossed. And then look at this spokewoman, whatever she is, and I say like, "Where you get those wine skin? This bee there."
we collect them when they're abandoned. We send out runners to get them.
I'm sorry, I've killed some of yours, and I now taxing your wine, but you understand, right? We have a job to do.
At the back of the room, one of the Gorgwar is wearing a fine amulet.
I walk up to that gargoyle. I say, that looks familiar.
The amulet is making your nose tingle.
Can I see that? The amulet?
The spokesman says something. She says something in guttural.
Sliding my 3-fingered hand slowly towards it. Not waiting for permission.
There's a back and forth exchange between the two, and then she offers it to you.
I think that was that kid's or something. Trying to detect its origins.
The amulet is fine gold. It has a stylized eye on it. Now you're happy. You've taken what you want.
No,
We do not have your satisfaction. We do not have your.
This is an investigation, man.
We're not there to rob you. We're just trying to find some kid.
Just like as I'm saying, I'm putting the amulet over my head.
Drink some more wine.
And
I-
look around. See if there's any other rooms at this end of the hall.
Just a few narrow
Well hidden.
alcoves.
I turned to Neville and said, "What's the name of that kid that we're looking for anyway?"
Let's see. Goes through his pouch, pulls out a scroll, starts looking it over. I don't have the name of the son, but I do know that he has blonde hair.
That like the sound of a duke or some shit.
It's the Baron's son.
Baron, whatever, same shit. All those fucking blue blood.
But keep in mind, there was a couple of other adventure parties that came down here to investigate.
Why don't we call? And I yell on top of my lawn. I say, "Baron's son," or whatever you are. If you are here and you hear me, make your presence known. We are to rescue you.
Making my way
Silence.
back as he yells out.
The
Making my way back.
spokesman says, maybe he's gone. Maybe he's dead. Very dangerous below.
Yeah.
What's so dangerous about it?
We don't go there. We stay here.
Well,
Why?
Lose too many.
if you're saying the truth, and if it is those things that took the sun, soon it's gonna be much safer. We're heading that way.
She nods.
We won't bother you no more.
There's some sighs of relief from others as she translates the words.
What do you think, guys? Is it time to go downstairs?
Neville nods.
Unless he's cut up into pieces, he's not here.
Well, we can only hope that he still remains alive. Let's head down further. I gather forth, getting ready my package of caltrops, sliding them through my belt hoop, and grab the torch. Blade in hand.
I raise my wineskin to the spokeswoman. I say, "Ma'am, have a good rest of the day." Take a swig and I turn around.
She puts a protective hand on the youth. It's there, looking defiantly at you, notwithstanding that he's just small. The stairs are wide, 10 feet wide. They go down steeply, descending into the depths.
Make my way down ahead, scouting ahead.
I'm following
I'm,
behind.
Following behind, or following, I want to be in front of Korvac. Trying to be.
I'm happy to be in the back.
Neville, an unusual sound as you put weight on your forward foot. A click on one of the steps.
I make a motion, doing an acrobatic move. Watch out! And I shout myself over, doing a roll to avoid the trap.
Take a few steps backward quickly.
4's my highest.
Cringe bump into me. I hold his shoulder.
You just follow.
The Neville avoids whatever that was. Korvac stumbling in behind. Korvac, make a miraculous save.
Yes. I'm gonna use my hero dice. There you go, it's made.
He rolls down the windows, catching his able to save his balance, as the stairs collapse into a slide, continues down.
Point to it to see. Wow.
Pin against the wall.
Neville further down against the wall.
Keep on making my move. Watch out. This could be a little tricky, I say back up top as I make my way down further.
And I lay out a kind of a carpet of large roots to simulate stairs to get past this steep slope. Never stop.
The bottom of the stairs, Neville. The stairs end in a wide hallway that immediately turns to the right, but the wall where anyone unfortunate enough to slide down the stairs is covered with spines. The remains of an adventurer still stuck to the spines.
I grab the body of the adventurer and pull him forth from the spines.
Comes off, slowly tearing off several of the spines in his corpse.
And
Not blind.
I lay the corpse down.
See the spines have punctured right through his leather armor.
Check
I look
him
at
over.
Neville, and I say, like, how many adventurers did they send over to get this guy?
While I'm seeing whether or not there's any identification of some form on him, who he belongs to, guild emblems or anything, you know? Start rifling through him.
The crest of a high-priced adventuring crew. They're embroidered into the shoulder of his arm.
I take the badge off, snatch it.
Climbing down the stairs behind Korvac. I say, he belongs to the worms now.
Yeah, well, his crest will probably fetch us a little bit of a recovery fortune.
Some people really like overestimate their worth.
You never know.
Wide 10-foot wide staircase now is turned into a 10-foot wide hall that goes down to the right. About halfway down the length of this hallway before it ends is a set of double doors, metal doors. Fancy filigree still visible beneath the verdigris of many years of tarnish. Some strange symbols written on the door.
So you think those
Ooh.
bad face, like they dwell behind those doors? They like the fancy place?
Possibly. I will go inspect it for any traps. Start looking amongst it, using my senses.
Walk up to the
Looking it over.
The door has a effective but simple lock mechanism.
walk up to the door and examine its decoration. Try to place it culturally.
See, don't touch the handles as I start working at it.
The door is decorated with birds in flight, artistically, wings and of birds of different sizes.
What sort of artisan would have a door down here like this?
Who cares?
Make
Just
a
like
door.
standing behind,
Who
drinking
would
some
hire
wine.
an
Neville,
artist?
Neville's hunkered down with little pins in his mouth and everything, and he's trying to intertwine in here and figure out the gadgetry. Click, click.
Try to tell if it's was designed for this place or if it's like stolen and put here as an afterthought.
The doors are metal, heavy.
I have like no interest in this opening of door, right? Just like bashing open or just standing back, drinking.
Neville, success. With a
And
click,
I open them.
the doors swing ponderous, slow, heavy as they open to reveal a smaller room with some stairs off to the left, moving to an elevated walkway that comes around. At the right-hand side of the walkway is another door. Standing just to the right of that door is a statue of a man in armor, made of stone of some kind, perhaps marble.
I
A
check
layer of
around.
dust lies in this room.
Ooh, okay. I check the floors and everything, making sure that they are safe as I, carefully make my way across towards a statue.
I am looking around at the walls as I step into the room and trying to look for art or other architectural details.
Small songbirds still carved into the stone of the walls.
I go through the door, at the entrance of the door. I look at the floor and the ground, and I see like a dust on the ground. I see nobody came here. We're not gonna find what we're looking for here. The door was locked.
Well, Creech wants, his nose and his, finding treasure.
What? You're blaming me for this?
No, I'm just saying, if we find something valuable, it can help us,
It's
like
good,
this.
yeah.
I show the jingly on his hand.
I just want to get back to the tavern, right? Get a good paycheck, get a good drink.
Well, hopefully we'll find some more people with Baron's wineskins on them, and perhaps you'll have some more drink down here.
No, nobody came here in a while.
I know nobody came here in a while. I start looking back and forth, making sure nobody... Shh. But there's going to be more if we be loud.
I look down at the dust for footprints, any obvious signs of traffic through there.
A layer of dust covers the floor. Your footprints easily visible, showing where you've trod into the room.
Then perhaps let's go ahead and head back out then.
Yeah, let's go fucking find all this bad face shit.
All
We
right.
gotta see what's up there, right? I mean, the guard with the shield. Yeah, just want to check it out. The shield might be worth something. I mean, we're in the room. I start to
Go ahead. I'm not holding you back.
start to walk up there, trying to pay close attention. We're looking out for those floor plates they love so much here.
The stone walkway is elevated around the far side of the room as it comes around, what wraps around to another door, and there a statue stands. The stone is solid, still covered with a layer of dust. The motif of the flying birds, small songbirds, carved around. Another metal door lies
Can I?
just
I
beyond.
try to reach and touch one of the songbirds.
The artistry, impressive.
I brush it off, try and tell what sort of material it's made of.
Carved into the stone itself with meticulous detail. the feathers looking lifelike even.
I turn to look at the armed statue guard.
It stands there.
Well,
I
just doing
move.
that, like, I'm leaning down against the doorway.
I move over to the unopened door nearby, near the statue.
The on the elevated walkway where the statue stands, it's silent vigil next to the door, carved with a small door this time, carved hardwood, carved with birds of all sorts in flight. Stands Creech.
I brush some dust off of the statue to try to determine its composition as well.
A white stone.
This is a
Standing on a plinth of perhaps brass.
This is a very different room. How did whatever the hell's on top of us end up on top of this room?
This used to be an old fortress of some form. I check around the door looking for traps around it.
I speak up and I say, guys, what happened to the kid is not in this room?
Well, we have doors, we have statues, we're here. I look back.
They're fucking like motherfucker.
Back
Go
down
down
on
the dungeon, and then like curiosity get the best of them, and then they get killed.
on cue, a door, the other door at the end of this hallway, cracks open just a slight amount. And with skittering sound, something moves in the darkness.
Open with the torch towards it.
A Drek, one of these bat-faced creatures, sneaking along in the darkness, reacts immediately to the light, skitters back down. The door closes.
Yeah. You stay there, I say, and I close the door again. I pull out a couple of nails with the hammer. Tick, 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 tick.
No question that one there, Korvac.
I stand up on my feet from leaning against the doorway. And I'll say, all right then. Then I move toward this door.
This door is just a standard wood door. Nothing terribly special about it. Closed.
Should we get in then?
It's on the opposite wall and a little further down from where the double doors are, where Creech still stands next to the white marble statue in front of a beautiful carved mahogany door. Creech, your
I
nose.
say, yeah. There's something in here. Put my hands against the door and I say, Neville, you're good with doors. Why don't you get this one open?
Okay. Inspect it over first, once over with for traps.
I point to the door with the bat face guy where, and I just say like the dragon's like, we know there's like some of those there. Let's go there.
No. Let's not go there. You bat face things and stuff. We don't want to go there.
He's right
You got
there.
thingy.
I'm looking at your shoulder. Don't worry. I'll back you up. Just open the door and see if there's any of those bad face things.
Okay.
All
Open.
While Neville's handling this one.
In the middle of the mahogany door is a gold inlaid keyhole. The door doesn't move. When you try to move it.
We need a particular key for this. Unless I can jimmy this. Pull up my tools. Start tweaking away at it.
Step over towards the other less impressive door. It's
With a
frozen.
squeal, the door where Korvac is standing
Yeah.
it opens, and a tidal wave of small creatures with spines on their back flood into the room, screeching, poking at Korvac with their improvised weapons.
No, I'm swinging at them like as many of them as I can. Like I'm waiting for them, and I like just like with big arc, sweeping with my sword. Every creature that can close, is gonna get sliced.
Oh man!
Potential crit. No, it's gonna be one strike for the first motherfucker that can come to me.
The brave die first
Tell me
as
when to
these
stop.
Drek come streaming in to die on Korvac's blade.
And as I'm sweeping to everybody come close, like tell me when to stop. Oops, sorry.
With desperation.
Potential. That confirmed.
Oh, another 3 die on his blade as the dwarf lays waste to these subterranean goblinoids. Yet, notwithstanding that 4 have died in just a heartbeat, more pile out in desperation. 2 of them reaching Korvac and swinging at him wildly. 1 potential strike. The spine of its back embeds into Korvac's leg. 1 strike of damage. Another one comes through, trips over the fallen kin, slides and slips and falls. Korvac's feet.
I with a flourish of my hands, bring down a series of spiky limbs down into the traffic that's coming through that. Trying to.
Several of the Drek get impaled by the spikes as these oversized thorns come through, driving into them and creating a barrier. They
I'm
hack
still
at
doing
the
the-
thorns.
You guys are doing good. You're doing good. I'm continuing at the lock.
I pull open the wall of thorns just enough to sort of stymie the flow of creatures through it, but allowing them to pass in a slower rate.
2 more squeeze their way through. 1 that's stumbling around at Korvac's feet.
Surrounded by enemies, that's where I'm at home. That's where I like. Try to strike the first one, but I'm too excited, like to go straight to the next guy.
The next
While,
one,
like sweeping with those big motion.
the first motion, unfortunately, the dastardly little creature positions itself that your missed strike causes one of its own spines to embed into your arm. You take 1 strike of damage, potentially. Roll armor.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. And the other one dies on your blade. This is too much. There's only 2 left. They squeal and attempt to flee, opening themselves up to further attacks from Korvac. So try to climb back through the thorn wall.
And another one's gonna get hit and slice. Big slash in the back.
Goes down with a squeal. Its pale flesh parting easily under your blade. Neville.
Check, see whether or not there's any more tumblers to click at this thing and try the door again.
Go ahead and roll your... 4? Okay.
Yeah.
A click in the door. It opens. It reveals a room beyond with several pedestals in it. Each pedestal is made of marble. The room is quite large. Most of the pedestals are empty, except for the one in the center. The pedestals themselves are fashioned like ornate bird cages. And the motif of the birds continues in this room. Billowing clouds added to the room as well, carved into the stone walls.
I turn myself around to face where Korvac is and pull out my knife once again.
I blast a shot through the hole in my that I've made, attempting to use my staff once more. Pew.
The bolt goes flying in, impacting further in, splashing over a wall, lighting up beyond. There's skittering of motion as the light causes these things to flee.
I turn, I look over my shoulder, and I look at the guys behind me. I say, like, we should hurry up because now they know we're there. And if that's their nest, if that's where they're keeping the boy, they might do something rash. And I rush to the hole in the barbell.
Immediately through that door, the hallway splits. There's a hallway to the right and a hallway to the left, running parallel.
I go to the left.
There, scrambling before you, these Drek flee for their lives. Their pale white bodies scrambling around, spines waving. They flee in front of the bloodthirsty dwarf covered in their blood from killing what seems like dozens of them.
Yeah, I'll run after them.
Through an open door.
Hopefully my friends are falling behind.
The hallway turns 90 degrees, then turns again. And then there, an opening. The same chimney from above. And stairs, narrow this time, heading down. The pale bodies of the Drek can be seen fleeing further down.
I have dispelled the thorn wall, and I look back at Neville and
We got
shrug.
treasure in behind there, I say, but let's go.
and run down the hall,
I follow with Creech.
taking a left, following the sound of the screaming bat goblins.
Make a miraculous save, Neville.
Ooh. There we go.
As you leave this aviary room, the marble statue's head moves, tracking you soundlessly. Through the corner of your eye, you catch it. That statue is animated.
Oh.
The door
Creech.
closes. The door closes silently. The mahogany door that you had picked closes silently behind.
We've got company. I move along and try to make our way and close the door behind us.
The heavy metal doors close. With a click, they lock. Down, racing down to reach Korvac, who's down the stairs. Korvac, the stairs go down quite a distance. They end in a landing. Immediately to your left is a door. The door is locked and barricaded, it appears. It's closed, I should say. And it has barricades, makeshift barricades put in front of it. In front of you are two doors. The two doors, one of them is just closing as the last of the pale bodies flees into it. To your right is another set of stairs,
I'll,
the mirror of the stairs that you came down.
I'm not losing any time, and I'm going and kicking down, trying to kick down the door that is just closing before they have time to barricade anything. That's 4.
The door can't stand to your onslaught. It shatters, flying open. There are 4 piles of bones underneath 4 chutes that open in the ceiling above. The smell in here is intense. Rotting flesh, decay, white bodies with bat faces scurry about. On the wall to the left are 3 alcoves with sarcophagus that have been opened and their contents spilled out. And to the right, the same thing. The room is large, easily 30 by 30, with stairs that go out the back of the room to another small landing with more coffins there. Panic and pandemonium as the Drek flee, nowhere else to run. A couple of them grab ropes and start scampering up the chimneys, the chutes towards the ceiling.
They're gonna be the first one, the closest one I'm gonna rush to and try to slice down, while it's in the middle of climbing. And I'm gonna make that a 4.
The blade hits and severs the rope.
And I let go a big bellowing laugh.
The Drek screech.
Moving through a kind of lost Korvac, but I keep hearing
the
sounds that he
bellowing
makes.
roar and the screech of Drek in pure pandemonium.
Finding
the stairs. There you can see at the bottom of the stairs, a door that's been shattered open, and inside the room, the sweat off Korvac mixed with the blood of his enemies as he just finished cutting through a rope with a Drek that's clinging to it.
As I walk into that room, just watching him work and looking at the structure.
Your nose begins to tingle.
Mm-hmm. Follow it.
The Drek, in full panic mode now, cower away, trying to put as much distance as they can between the dwarf and themselves. One of the sarcophagus, these broken coffins in the alcove, tingles your nose. No.
Seeing that, I'm gonna shoot a magical burst of energy at one of the fleeing creatures.
It explodes in gore. And the one next to it too.
I crit, because I don't care.
2 of them. Colat damage. You want to crit again?
No, I'm good.
They just start exploding around. The arcane energy smashes into them. Neville.
Blue lightning arcing.
Yeah.
I move my way, trying to catch up with Creech.
A flash of blue-white light from lightning down below illuminates the darkness for a moment. The torch, as you rush down, the torch streaming behind.
That's where he is. Start heading that way.
At the bottom of the stairs, an oddly barricaded door to the left, and then all the mayhem that's happening in this Drek den.
Looking around, forth, my knife in hand, ready to hit a target.
One of the Drek dart from underneath, trying to backtrack, run directly towards you.
Ah! 3.
Hit. It falls face first, sliding on the ground.
I stick my foot out to stop its face and take the knife out of its head.
Korvac.
I look at the Drek that I just cut the rope from, and it's like at my feet now. And I lift my feet and I stomp on his face with all my weight. Potential crit. It's not gonna be a crit, but
His skull like crunch.
Yeah, his skull break under the weight of my body. Going
Just
to
shatters,
my
driving
boots get all
shards
gooey.
of bone into its small brain. Creech.
Seeing the satisfied with the participation that I've done, I open up the sarcophagus and take a look inside.
Underneath some ancient bones, another tube.
I start tossing the bones out and grab that tube.
The outside of the tube
Oh, wow.
has stylized bones on it. A scroll contained within.
I attempt to identify the scroll. Read it.
Neville.
Put it back in.
I look around the area, seeing what other exits in this room.
Aside from the mayhem happening opposite of the stairs where Creech and Korvac are laying waste to this den of Drek, this barricaded door is immediately on the left.
Looking to see if there's any more that I can whip my knife at. If not, I will go for the door.
None escape Korvac.
Move over.
They shy away, trying to head deeper into the darkness of the room, hiding amongst the coffins.
As he finishes dispatching them, I, after reading the scroll, I go, and I walk over to the bones I just tossed out of the sarcophagus and try to put them together. Yeah. And once I'm starting to, put them back in the position that they should be in as he kills them.
Korvac.
I'm just taking a breather, getting my wineskin out, taking a big swig. Tell the guy, I'm kind of tired of fucking running after those motherfucker. Let's find that fucking boy. You think he's behind that door, Neville?
He might be here. Pulling out a chisel and a hammer. I start going at the door, unbarricading it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Skinny elf is...
Whoever's barricaded this door has done a good job of it. It's barricaded from this side.
I just keep on working at it. This may take a while.
Neville. You think who the fuck, that's probably they're not hiding behind that door. They're hiding from what's behind that door. Maybe opening it is not the best move.
Are you sure? Oh,
Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. That's not somebody trying to keep us
All right.
out. That's somebody trying to keep something in that there.
Well,
But what if it's the boy?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you fucking barricade a room with the boys in?
Because he's a prisoner. I like him. Yeah.
He does have a point.
Can you do something for that creature?
Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm like putting the skull where the head goes. And then I open up a scroll and I go, Tuashtalaka, and then read the scroll and the skeleton.
The skeleton knits itself together and then stands up, towering over Creech. The skeleton's 6 foot tall, easy.
I jump and
kill
raise
it.
my sword. Oh,
Don't kill it. Jeez.
just in time, you told me.
I like nod at it approvingly. It's
The
like, all right,
skeleton
come on.
nods.
And I start walking over towards Neville. And the door.
What the heck? We're trying to save somebody, not do arts and crafts. Come on. Starts whittling away at it. The door, chisel in hand.
I'm gonna give him a hand.
Will you
with my
guys step
shoulder
out of the
door.
way? And I
Wow.
go.
With relative ease, Korvac, the barricade moves, revealing a door. It has a few holes in it.
See, that's the Korvac I know. You give him wine and there we go. Wine Slayer.
Sound of falling water beyond. Now with the barrier removed, it's more pronounced.
Poke my,
Put my eyes against one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah. I put my eye against one of the other ones. I'm looking there.
Dark beyond. Moss, fungus of some kind growing on the walls.
I ain't gonna like that side.
Pick up the torch, hand it to Korvac.
I say, do that thing where you call for the Baron's son.
Put my mouth to the hole. I said, Baron son, are you in there? We have to rescue you somehow.
It echoes loudly. The dwarf's burly voice splashing beyond.
I think there's something in there. It doesn't sound like a Baron's son.
I agree.
Well,
let's go
shall we
kill
go after?
Well, I told you, the door would be barricaded for a reason, right? They're trying to keep that thing out. But now, you wanted to fucking pull the thing.
Hey, we're tougher. Come on. We have a Korvac.
I
You know,
can
have
put
this-
barricade back.
Yeah, but there's also like all kind of those bat-faced motherfucker to kill.
That's not our job either, Korvac. You know.
I would say
Do
he's
it. Do it
beyond.
one more time. See if we see it.
Those other like the gruel. They give me some wine to kill those guys. I feel obligated now.
Wet
How
footsteps.
much murder do you have to do to pay off a wine debt?
Wet
Don't murder
footsteps echo through the door. The holes in the door.
It's coming. It's coming. I get ready.
I pulled the door open.
It's a narrow hallway, immediately turns to the left, and then continues, long and straight, narrow. It's dark. The very edge of the tunnel vision of Korvac, a figure stumbling into your black and white vision. A skeleton animated by vines. Vines? Vines with small eyes peering through the crack in the cranium of the creature.
I turned toward Creech. Said, "You know anything about that shit?"
It's not a blonde.
It moves
And I
haltingly.
We kill
small eye stalks appearing at odd intervals amongst these vine-like things, animating it. Excuse me. Shiny.
I look at the creature, say, I doubt we want to share a drink, so what else there's to do then? Kill it.
I say, let's see how this guy does. And I point at the creature for the skeleton.
The skeleton, without hesitation, moves into the hallway and then marches right up to this other skeleton-like creature.
I follow in pursuit as well.
Go ahead, Creech. Roll for your minion.
Oh, yeah.
I point at Neville and I tell the creature, like, let's see what that guy does too.
Excuse me.
The animated skeleton moves smoothly compared to this other one, which moves in jerky, spasmodic style.
Nice.
The skeleton knocks some of the bones. There's a crunch as a rib cage is hit, crumbles. The other retaliates. Hit, potential crit. The animated skeleton explodes in a shower of bones.
Ah.
I try to take advantage of its duty with the skeleton, hopefully to give me enough advantage here for my gank. And a 5. I will use a give it a crit.
Okay.
And a 3.
So the crit does not affect it.
Yep.
But the strike certainly does. Parts of the slug-like vines that are animating this skeleton shrink away as another strike lands. From its mouth, a disturbing ringed jaw of fangs protrude, snapping at you.
I do my acrobatics to avoid any melee combat that I can do.
In the narrow confines of the hallway, it's difficult. The surfaces are slick.
I'm just looking from the sideline for a little moment. I want to see how Neville is doing.
Amazingly, Neville is holding his own. Creech.
I am going to blast the creature with the arc of blue energy from my staff. Ooh. I'll make it a 4.
The electricity plays over this thing. It convulses violently, breaking more of its own bones as the slug inside constricts. It liquefies under the onslaught. The bones fall, slug-like pulsing as the creature attempts to leave its animated skeleton.
Sword. Try to hit this slug. Sorry.
And the blade slices the slug in various parts as it eventually is destroyed.
I am victorious. Victorious.
I lean over to Creech and say, I'm glad I let him get one.
It's done. I got it, guys. I got it.
I run up to the situation. I go, "Oh, skeleton!"
Yeah. Oh,
Nothing
body parts.
remains of Mr. Bones. Shattered.
Arts and crafts. Pat him.
Wet footsteps from
Take
where the
his skull,
skeleton
put
had
it in my
walked.
bag.
The hallway continues and then turns immediately to the left, or a 90-degree turn to the left, where there's much more water. In fact, here the sound of falling water is very pronounced.
I
We may as
scour.
well.
Yeah, I scour around the area. I'm looking for other footprints, any sign of passage recently.
Just the wet footprints from this skeleton, this death lurker.
Say, look around and I say, probably not many exits out of here. Look around to see if
There's
there's
probably
any-
one going out to the outside if there's water falling down, no?
The hallway, which turns then to the left, heading north, goes to the bottom of the well. Here, a number of bodies are piled up in the water. One of them wearing fine armor, still somewhat shiny, whereas others are corroded and rusted away, cankered with rust. The shiny one lies there, corpse, lifeless. Wet blonde hair drooped over its lifeless face.
It's blonde.
Looks like we
Okay,
found the
that
boy.
All right, the body of the boy. What
Well-
does the job say, Neville? Are we still getting paid?
Yeah, we'll get paid. We're gonna have to go ahead and bring this boy back to his father, at least.
Begin to search him for
On his-
any sort of, just searching him specifically for an identifying.
He has on his hand, he's got a signet ring that has the house of his father, the crest of his family on it.
I'd start taking the ring off. I can't like
It
pull
comes
it off
easily
yet.
off.
I don't know. Get it out. I say,
Your nose twitches.
you think we can
Twitches
avoid
again.
avoid the carrying the body with the
Well, humans, and they want to have their bodies presented and taken care of and all that other stuff with their priests and everything.
I agree, putting the ring in my pouch and follow my nose.
His scabbard, which is underneath two obviously badly broken legs from a long fall, is causing your nose to twitch. Something fierce.
Someone likes their decorations. Get it out from under him. Pull the scabbard out unceremoniously.
The sword scabbard is just a wet leather. It's been submerged for long enough. It's getting slimy.
The sword.
The little bit of light filtering down from far, far above is blindingly bright off this sword. The sword itself has an arcane twitch. This marked as a blade of mirroring, a magical weapon.
I look around
I-
and see like,
I try
what
to
do you
s-
think? Should we bring the body back to the way we came? Or there's no way we can go up to that well?
Far, far above,
No.
it's still raining.
Yeah, if we make it back, but I'm afraid we may have some company along the way.
Most of the way should be clear, no?
We have a statue to contend with.
What do you mean a statue?
It moved after I left the that
What do you mean? What do
little
you mean?
treasure room. It moved.
What, like it? What?
Some form of magic put upon it.
Oh,
It's
try.
animated. Yes.
Let me see something real quick. Pull out another one of my scrolls that I had found earlier. Octos Amatos. And then the scroll fizzles in my hand, summoning a floating eye.
What is that going to carry this young man? I would say you should have made another skeleton.
No, I should have made like a spine going up or some shit.
Why don't I make a whole bunch of other magical stuff? Since you guys are the experts on magic all of a sudden. I like missing an eye, like hovering. And with my will, I start moving the eye up towards the waterfall and sort of scout that, see if it leads out of the cave.
The eye is projecting its vision through to you, shows a motley band of youths, children, and others fleeing out of the well, Gascon's well, heading into the wet wilderness beyond. Also shows pale white bodies cowering in the deep shadows, terrified of these adventurers that have decimated their number.
I say, looks like more of those bat things are up here. Why don't I create a vine so we can an easily climbable vine, and we can climb up through the well right here?
That's a great idea, Preach. I wish I would have thought of that.
I hate that you're taking credit for this idea.
I'm leaving you the credit.
As,
I just drink some wine.
I start affixing a rope around the son of the Baron so that we can, haul him up there when we make it.
I'm going to use my hero
Heroic
die.
dice.
Yeah. To avoid the damage.
Ooh.
And make a easily climbable vine that is long enough to wrap around the boy.
Okay.
And
I got some rope. I can tie up the boy to myself.
do whatever you want to do. All right. You want to tie a rope around the boy? I already got the vine.
Yeah, well,
It's a beautiful vine.
Success.
I start climbing it.
I wave to Creech so he can go next. I'll take the lead.
Can you tie the rope around me, actually? Because I might fall down.
Yes, sure. I can carry both of you. Why not? I should have carried.
Once we
Neville
get up
too.
to the top, we can pull the vine up and get the boy. We might have to tug him through some of the tight spots, but
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
see.
The vine is simple enough to climb, though it gets wet as you get closer to the top of the well.
I lean on a bit. I secure the rope around Creech tie. I get it
tight. Easy.
I don't want you to fall. You too.
We get to the top, make sure everything's clear.
This is where the critters are cowering in fear. I point at them as we pass.
They
God.
scurry, they screech, and
I look at the eye
scurry
and go,
away. The eye continues to hover, watching, lidless, unblinking.
Will you get that thing away from me? That thing creeps me out.
Floating ahead of Neville.
At the top of the well, under a light rain, a mist still hanging around this place. The boy still attached to the vine, dozens of feet below. Meters long ways away. It's like 6 stories down.
When I get up to the top, I'm like, all right, Corvac, it's time to shine. I sit back down on the grass.
Fighting against the whale. When we pull on that thing. All right.
Yeah.
So I lean over the whale. Start pulling.
Actually, it kind of dawns on me that I can manipulate the vine. Start like pulling it up with my will.
It gets easier and easier as Korvac is pulling it up, and then all of a sudden it's almost weightless. And then flying out of the well, soaring high up into the air, is the corpse of the Baron's son, which then comes unceremoniously down to land with a wet thud. There
Like,
he is.
you know what? We really didn't need to climb either. Could have just held on. Probably.
Well, I guess some of us could use the exercise. And I look at Neville.
What?
Neville.
Hey, I've got a few more muscles out of this one.
The air, notwithstanding it's still wet and misty and raining, the air has never smelt sweeter as you're now there above, out of the underground labyrinth, which is Gascon's Well. And we'll end it there.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so that was really, really hard. And this was the actual map.
Oh, boy.
Really hard. Anyway, so obviously giving credit where credit's due, this is a Dyson Logos map. You can see the side profile of the map with the well that goes all the way down.
Yeah.
Here's where I had put that rock monster. I tried to use all of DM Scotty's monsters, trying to use his instead of just generic ones. They were fun. And so this is where the Barbican was. That's where you first came in. Here's the bridge. Oh, you can't see my cursor.
Yeah,
okay. So I wonder if I can show you my cursor somehow. Anyway, so that's where you came in, right at that top on the far right.
You could make it a window in OBS.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that instead. And if I present,
my map was like,
my
mine doesn't even look anything like that.
I mean, I went with the flow chart kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I was doing that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but at some point, like, sometimes like you're doing description, and I was always like noting something, and then like you keep describing, and like I missed it, and then like there's like
hard.
something like I didn't get.
There would be times where you'd be like, "There's a door here," and then 2 more doors. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can share this. All right. I don't know. Can you see my cursor now? Well, I guess not. Let me see if I can draw here.
You have to go in your BS
highlight.
capture cursor.
So
yeah. You have to capture the
right here. That's the bridge, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is the the Barbican right here.
Yeah.
Right. The clamshell enemy thing, that was this. And then across was let me just do.
Where's the well?
So the well is that gray thing in the middle. Let me just go back
with
to
the
this.
stairs, and there's the.
So
boulder.
this here is the well right here.
That's the tower on the top right.
And then the tower is up here. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So,
that's the only level I did.
That
well
one,
on.
yeah. After this, it just went downhill quick, right? So this is
Yeah.
the mezzanine. So this part here is the mezzanine.
Oh yeah, I didn't get out of that way.
Okay. And then, of course, you have the door you went in, which was here. Oops.
Yeah.
Let me just erase that. You went through this door, and then you went originally into here. And then here are those two
Those
chimneys.
are the well. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the wells.
Oh, the mezzanine, I got it right. Yeah, I got it right as well.
Then from here, after that, you went up here, and you can see here's that secret door right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the dungeon, I don't know I'm not even sure how to say that, but like there's 3 competing elements in the dungeon. The first one is those guys. Where are they? These guys.
Gork.
Yes. which are kind of cool. I love the artwork on this. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are.
And
cool.
then, let's go back to.
I didn't know they
sharing
had
my-
like walrus faces.
Oh, let's see here. Where's?
Yeah, there's some pretty cool. Yeah,
Okay.
Hankrin Furnail there. He did a
He
good
did those?
job on it.
So
is it the one that did
Oh
those?
no, like the pictures in the artwork.
I thought it was Sean something.
Was it Sean?
Alright.
I thought Hankrin did all that.
So
Okay.
this was that secret, and you went in here, and then down this hallway.
Yeah.
This door here is where I described the light coming through.
Yeah.
That one.
With the feet.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the guards that were there. These are the torches.
Is that like the end of the well right there?
No, the well keeps going down. So this is surface level 1, level 2.
Okay.
So there's level 1. Here's
The
level
well,
2.
the well is there on the left.
Here's
side.
level 3.
Yeah.
Those highlighted areas, those ones line up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the surface, and then the level 1, and then level 2 and level 3. Okay.
Where's the statue?
The statue, I'll just get a different color for that. The statue is right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is the double
That's the
doors.
pedestal.
We had a bit of issues with this because this was the door that I described the those Drex coming through.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were
I
at
was
this
really
door.
confused about
Yeah, this one's was
Yeah.
really confusing because you guys were. I'll do it in purple. I'll get rid of that. This is the door that that
gold
went
one.
into
The
this
gold
area
one.
here, which is that's the
pedestals.
bird themed treasure room, right?
Okay.
This whole purple area here, this was all the treasure, like that bird theme.
So you're saying that we
The whole
missed
thing.
out on a lot of treasure.
Yeah, but that's all right because
We didn't fight the statue guy.
no, the statue was a golem.
Yep.
But it was
We-
it was a trap triggered by taking the treasure there.
Oh,
And then
so
the
we
treasure
didn't
there, I tried to give a hint that what the treasure was with all the bird things. It was like it was a amulet of glide or something like that. It's like a
Cool.
fly type thing.
Yeah, I kind of didn't realize that the eye thing was the amulet. It wasn't a scroll. But oops, whatever.
Right. Then here, these areas here, these are the bottom of these things.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
Rick, when you had your guy come down and was climbing down, you were actually skipping level 2 altogether. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're going to just totally skip that. But then you're going right into the den of all those things. Like that's their den down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had like something to throw down, like or you know
Yeah.
some explosive or whatever, right? Some
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking actually like
oil.
like when I stop like
Oops.
focusing on them, it says that they wither and stuff. I was like, I wonder if that makes really good tinder.
Oh,
Yeah,
probably.
Make a shitload of plants and then fizzle the spell. You
Right.
just set them on fire real quick.
And then I just kind of skipped just because
I
of
never did that.
I think everyone was getting tired.
Yeah.
And, I skipped that bottom third of
Okay.
that level 3. I just skipped that. I was like, yeah, we're probably
You just
done.
put it in the weird
Yeah.
barricaded area.
Yeah, like this whole area here.
Yeah.
I just skipped it. We just didn't do that.
Is that room in the middle of level 3? Is that the water?
Yep, this one right here. That's the water from here.
Yeah,
and
from the
here.
well.
I was
and here.
really worried about that monster. I
It was supposed to be
this
like a-
dude's kind of crazy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be
And
harder.
then
than that.
Corvac's like, let's just let Neville handle it. This is like, I don't think that's a good
That
idea.
was funny. That was funny. So anyway,
I was
that was
pretty, like,
hard.
I was pretty
You know
injured,
what?
right?
It's one of those things where I
So-
kept on being like, man, I wish I could just give him the map, like just reveal
Yeah.
the map.
So now you know why I just go ahead and do it as a just circles like a line graph, flow chart kind of thing. Because a lot of times when you're describing stuff, everybody's heads are all kind of getting mixed up on what's happening and where
Totally.
things are.
Yeah, a drawn
It's-
out dungeon just cannot be theater of the mind.
Yeah,
I don't think.
because like the
It's
rhythm
tough.
we go through, we're going pretty fast, right? So I
Yeah.
don't have time to draw like, oh, it's a square room. So no, I can just make, okay, there's a room there, there's a door. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I need to go
Close
fast if I want to map and take notes,
hmm
because
Mhm.
otherwise it
Yeah.
takes too long. If I'm trying to reproduce exactly, they say, oh, it's about 30 feet and stuff like that. I could like have graph paper and try to draw it, and the
Yeah.
door is on the left.
I
and, like,
know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I was just kind of banking on the fact that hopefully the way out is obvious at the
Yeah.
end.
and also like I feel like
There's no
like
way I get my way back.
I think I could probably like have found my way back out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
I knew that the well shoots kind of
yeah,
went. The
But even
whole
if you had
way.
to work back, right? I had enough to find back more or less, but also like in a sense, like it's also like you represent like memory being perfect, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
We went there, adrenaline, we're going fast, right? So maybe I did miss some. Maybe in character I did miss some detail.
Is the move to role play drawing a map?
Yes.
I'm drawing it out.
Well, if you
I get out my pen and
character,
paper.
but I don't know if any of us would be that kind of character. Certainly not
Mhm.
Korvac.
Mhm.
Any experienced dungeoner, I guess,
Yeah.
probably wants to know how to get back.
I
But,
did like your characters a lot. I thought that was cool. What did you think of the system? I think I was trying to remember things. I made a big boo boo when I forgot about the magic. You can't use karma for magic. That was of course.
Yeah, and I made a mistake as well at first when at some point I made an attack roll. I forgot that a boon.
Boon is roll
and
2d6,
I roll a
take
1,
highest.
right? Yeah.
I rolled a 5 on an armor check, and I was like, I guess I didn't do it. I was like, I could have spent 1 karma.
Yes, you could have.
Yeah.
I was like,
It would have been fine.
I almost wanted to ask. I'm like, are you gonna
You sure?
use luck on that? Like,
You sure about that?
you sure? But then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that.
The system I find like
You were right not to tell me.
kind of hard to not talk too much about the system, right?
Yeah, I think you do
Is it?
need to talk a little bit about it because it's
Because
like
we said,
I thought it was
roll
fine though.
die.
Like I like how you said I'm using my heroic dice, but
Yeah.
you could have just rolled it again. Be like, no, and I'm like, oh, okay. I use no. You could in
Yeah.
Sophie's dice, you could have just a different color. You can be like, no, this is
Oh,
my
maybe,
heroic dice.
I guess.
That's a good
I
idea.
guess that could have been a clever idea.
Mhm.
But
How did
thing
you
that-
find tracking karma?
Easy.
easy.
Yeah, that was okay.
There's a lot of karma.
I only used 1 karma, but I was saving my karma for the very end. So
You
I used
succeeded
a lot
at
of-
everything.
I used a lot
Rick was rolling good though.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
for the ones.
except for the ones, yeah. A lot
Can't
of
spend
ones.
karma on them anyways.
A lot of 6 that have been rolled tonight.
Tons. Like
Yeah.
every time Max rolled, he's got at least 1 6. It was hilarious.
Surprisingly,
It
yeah.
it only happened after he started drinking, so we have to.
One of the things I like
treat
about
that
this
It's
as
easier
game
to
is,
get the max result on a 6.
well, and what I like about it is when Max was doing that, and he's getting all these extra hits because those are just weak enemies, like 1 hit and they're done.
Yeah.
He's not
Oh,
over like the damage just flows into other ones. Like
well,
he just
no,
keeps hitting
actually, Crispy, that was a thing that I want to talk about too.
Mhm.
I got this thing, what do they call it? Inclination of sweep. That's it. I can attack
right,
all enemy next to me, and I
right.
have to roll for each. So that's why, like, at some point I said, like, tell me when to stop, right?
Mm,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by enemies. I'm gonna
Yes.
hit each one of them.
Good
And that's
point.
that's something my character.
Oh, I
can
thought
do,
you
like,
knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that wasn't clear at some point. Like, so like for me, it
Mhm.
was kind of important. Like knowing, like, well, is there like 2 guys around me, 3
Yeah,
guys?
because there
around
was a point where Crispy's like, okay, one's getting through and he's hitting you. Take it easy with all your rolling.
No,
Yeah,
can-
you noticed
I
that?
can-
No,
hit-
it's in the game.
And that's what like I'm trying to describe. Like, like I'm making those big sweep. I'm sweeping at everybody
Yes.
around me.
Yes.
He did say
Yes.
sweeping a lot.
Like,
He
Crispy,
did. He did.
I'm
I know.
sweeping.
I know. He's hitting me with the clue bat. He's like, no, sweep, sweep, sweep. You're not
Tell me
listening
when
to
to
me.
stop. I'm gonna hit everyone around me.
Yeah, Max is like,
Hitting
wow,
all
I
of
really
them
like having
now."
lots of enemies around me. That's where I do the best. I'm like, yeah,
Like I got
no,
like I got it. Like, okay, maybe like he's I don't think he's getting it what I'm doing exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I still think that you mowed through everything so quickly.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Did you guys think it was too silly? Or was it
I
good?
actually didn't mind. I actually didn't mind
A
the
little
tone at
silly
all.
at
A little
times.
silly, but I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Kind of
No,
just
I like.
rolled with
To
it.
be honest, I really like those characters. I think those
I do
characters
too.
are quite fun. Like,
I'd like to see him again. Although I'm not sure
Yeah.
I would do the
I'd like
same
to see them
kind of
again in
dungeon
different-
crawl.
No, in a different context, like with
Yeah.
people, like doing stuff, like interacting with with folks in town. Maybe doing like an adventure, like a city adventure.
Yeah, I'd like to do another adventure with this. I also feel like we need a little more time with the system to get it
Yes.
down. Like, and
I just want to point out that Goblin Mystic is fucking good because it's like you get the nook, so you like aren't gonna get attacked, or you avoid an attack as long as you don't attack. And so if something I could do not attacking is make the next attack not work.
Yeah.
So I just
Oh.
I put up my Mystic Shield and I avoid the next attack
Yeah.
as one turn.
But I mean,
crazy.
like level 2, like with his acrobatic. I think like the character was very
acrobatic
like
was
they
good.
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
very
I like the
competent. That was
inclinations.
cool, right?
It's cool.
Yeah. I like inclinations. I like the classes. I
Yeah.
think
I
they
really-
each have a cool thing.
Yeah, because like there's no level and stuff like that. So like technically, like like the character are about as good as they're gonna be, right?
Yeah.
But
I
think
never
that was
spell
really good.
burned. That was nice.
Yeah.
I really liked Botanical. That was
Yeah.
And you know,
really
Max, you never did the thing where you can just automatically take a strike to give a strike.
he's taking
Yes, because I did take quite a bit of damage,
You did. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
so I didn't want to I didn't want to push it too much.
I like
only,
that. I like how
strike-
deadly it feels. Like
Yeah.
you get hit once and you're like, well, that's a third. I get 2 more of those and I'm
Yeah,
done.
I can take a little more, but still, right?
Yeah.
I only save for the wound on a 6, which I did quite a few times.
Yes, you did.
recently. Like
Yes, you
I've been
did.
very lucky with that. And then I
Yeah.
did spend some karma as well. Oh, one thing at some point, like I decided, like I guess, like if I decide to spend karma to make a roll succeed,
hmm
like I don't gain karma on that roll, right? So
That's right.
what I did, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because at some point I was like, it was just like, well, I can spend 2 points of karma to make the I fail on that roll.
Yeah, it's
I
not
would
so bad
earn
to
2
fail.
points of karma, or I could spend 2 points of karma and succeed on the roll, right? But I didn't do both, right? So,
What do you think, Rick? What's your feedback on this?
So once again, it's going to take us some time to get used to the system. This is the first time we've used it and put it under stress. I like it. I like a simple system. It's cool. I think what like I said, what you could have done to alleviate yourself a lot of pain and description was probably just flow charted the thing with a
Yeah, I
little
was
bit
trying-
of flavor in there. Yeah, and it would.
That's good feedback, Rick. I was trying. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna print off a dungeon. I'm gonna describe the dungeon. I'm gonna go right through it. There's gonna be doors. I know Shauner's not gonna be pleased.
There's gonna be 3 fucking doors everywhere.
There's doors everywhere, but
there was at some point, like there was a bit like dragging around opening a door, right?
just do it. Just do
You
the
get,
thing.
like-
The metal doors were cool. They were deserved description. They deserved
Yeah.
Did you
I
like
feel like
my
that was-
Birds and stuff like
bird
that. It was
thing?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Korvac
was-
had no patience for it.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. He's just sitting,
He screwed
moping
us
at
out of
the-
a treasure room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
but
big treasure.
I'm also getting you out alive.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
That's true.
So it was good. I struggle with dungeon crawls. I do. They're, to me, it seems they get monotonous really quick. Like go into room,
Yeah.
kill monster, take loot. Go into room, kill monster, take loot.
But I
It's
think
got
we
to
had
be
like,
short. It's got to be short.
yeah, and I think we had enough like fun character interaction between us
hmm
to break the monotony. I think
Yes,
that's what saved us,
agree.
right?
hmm
The fact that we role play
It's
among
all-
ourselves.
It's always like you guys, like you said, Crispy. Those suck. Like dungeon crawls kind of suck, but that is the best dungeon crawl I've ever done.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
I would
you.
say that
It's one of the better ones. Yes. One of the better ones.
I definitely think that this is evidence of the fact that a 2D dungeon map does not work in Theater of the Mind. I don't think it works.
Doesn't. No, it doesn't.
it's
And that's nothing. That's nothing. I actually think it's one of the better maps I've seen. Like I really like
it's
the
fun.
design, but it's hard to do it in Theater of the Mind. Like to actually reference a map, it's kind of tough. I think Rick's idea of just doing it as a flow chart kind of thing.
Yeah,
makes more
that's
sense.
often what I do. Like I flow chart, and flow chart work for like
Yeah.
wilderness adventure. They work for
Mhm.
dungeon. They work, just like you
Yeah.
don't need like the exact oh, the room is 30 feet. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I tried to
Big room.
to respect the ecology of the dungeon. I'm like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there's these guys, the orc like guys.
Yeah.
They're territorial. They're here, but they've,
I like the interaction with them. That was a very fun part.
and then there's but they're also, their hierarchy is a lot based on the strongest, right? So
Mhm.
obviously I think Korvac has shown himself as the strongest. And then
Like,
the
at
other
some point,
the
like, there was,
direct
like,
things, those
This
bat
cup
things.
kind of part, right?
Yeah. So like they're all like I was trying to think, okay, so who's doing what? Like how are they able to feed themselves? That kind of, I like to think of those things.
Yeah.
And so like the bat-like creatures, well, they're stealing the adolescence of these others, and they're scavenging as well, but in the deeper levels. And then at the very bottom, it's that slug-like creature that animated the skeletons. Wasn't actually undead, it was just a slug thing.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like was it.
That was cool. But
that's
and the system I found very interesting, because like the dice roll is very simple, just 1d6, sometimes 2d6 or stuff like that, right? And you pick the highest.
Yeah.
But this karma thing, I find that very interesting because
I
it's
find
like
it very deep.
like
There's some
it makes such a
tactics to it.
change because like
Mhm.
it's resource management.
It
Like
is.
oftentimes you roll and you kind of like, well, do I want to make this roll succeed? And especially since we gain karma when we fail a roll, right? Like
Mhm.
maybe I'll let the roll fail, gain a point of karma. I'm not too invested in that.
That's true.
Maybe I want to spend karma. That changed the dynamic a lot.
It did.
Just having
Yeah.
1d6 can be very lucky because it's like a linear roll and stuff like that,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You roll 1, you roll a 6, you roll something in between.
Mhm.
But now you have this karma thing that
Yeah, the
changed
karma thing changes it a lot.
Yeah, that's
I
very
think
clever.
something
Very
that
interesting.
you probably should have done more of is make the ones worse.
Worse. Yeah, I was thinking
Because
that too.
the hero dice is also a really cool part that adds a lot of depth to the system because you have to have that 5 karma to get another one.
Yes.
And the only way to get out of the one is the hero die.
See, that's good feedback. I think the next time one of us does this, we should take that into heart. Like we should the ones should be really
That
bad.
gives you another reason to fail those rolls to collect karma so that you can save on those shitty ones.
And I did use my hero dice.
You did?
Yeah, so did I. I saved.
So did,
because that's how you get rid of spell burn.
I fucking used it on a miraculous save, and I fucking made the save.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I was expecting that trap to be. I'm not good at traps. I don't do a lot of traps in games typically, but I liked that. I was trying to do some trap because it was a dungeon crawl. So I'm like, you got to have some traps. Let's get some traps in there.
Yeah. Regarding the tone, I thought for me it was pretty fun. Like I think like there was some silliness, but it was like almost in character silliness, right? We didn't break character. The character.
Oh, I broke character hard when I was like,
you did.
your perfume is lavender.
It had to be lavender. I was like, is the rock
said that?
talking right now?
I should have just said that. It was the rock.
I genuinely
should've
thought
just
that
said
the
that.
rock thing was talking. I didn't dare think that you would ever break character.
I know I did right at the beginning too. I was so embarrassed. Oh well, but I want to spend more time with this system because I want to get more into the magic side of things. Like I want
To be
to.
clear, I
Magic's very
really like the magic. I really like the system.
Yeah,
It's probably one of my favorite systems right now.
I think it's a great system.
I think
And-
it beats. I don't want to say what's better than, but I really like it a lot.
The thing with the system, I like when I was reading it, I said, like, you know what? It's kind of like, for me, like it might be a little too simple. That I thought because of the. I say like, well, all the weapons do the same damage, right? So you like use a dagger, use a big sword. It doesn't make a difference. So it feel like it's like I'm making a choice of weapon, and there's no pros and cons. There's no like it's a choice that doesn't matter, right? in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because it doesn't.
It didn't really bother me during the session because
No.
thing goes fast. We're in the role play without, just like it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Yep. I'm
Well-
curious to see what that's just, we were doing that new system, but also in a super combat heavy dungeon crawl. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what more of a, generic, the R style game, more social interaction, more.
Mhm.
I want to
Yeah.
do like I'd like to try that in a.
It's like it would be all like almost all I forget the names of these things, but the little phrases that define your character,
anchoring
aspects.
aspect.
Anchor.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
aspect.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could lean
Yeah.
a lot more heavily on those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's where you get your social
Yeah.
boons.
But that's I'd like to have like a city adventure with this group.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like that. I want to. I feel like I need more time with the system because it's not complex. It's not. It's really tight. But
And the free form magic
different.
style makes it super good for role playing.
Yeah.
yes,
It's so cool.
Yeah.
yes,
Maybe
Very
maybe
much
there's
so.
maybe we can think a little bit about how to make the system a little more transparent, like when we use karma and stuff like that, right? Just like sometimes like I roll a 4, say, I'm gonna make it a
Mhm.
6, I'm gonna make it a crit, right? Just like I mention it and I roll again.
I mean, you roll and you say your
Did I
number. What
need
else could
to?
it be?
Yeah, did I exactly like did I need to? But
I think that's
Do-
enough. You roll a
Yeah,
2,
I
you
do
say
too.
it's a 4. That
Yeah.
means you spent 2 karma.
yeah. I'm cool with that.
well,
Yeah.
it's like 4
In
karma.
person, it's easier because you could have tokens like he recommends. Like you could have little
Oh yeah,
chits or something. Like here's my karma, and you're just pushing
Just
that
have a
into the
little-
table.
A little
Yeah.
overlay of poker chips across.
Yeah.
yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I
There's
want to
another
give it
question
another
there.
shot because it was hard to go into a new system and then do a dungeon crawl, which I don't do. I really
to
don't do
the-
dungeon
It was
crawls.
2 new things, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not some. That's not the way you do an experiment.
Yeah.
I was like,
Let's go through the comment real quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
let's do
Yeah,
chat.
let's do that.
Since we have
So thanks
viewers.
to all that were here and watching this.
Hey, great job, by the way, Crispy. Just so you're
Yes.
aware, I thought you did a really good job.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
That's very kind of you. I was having actually one of the worst days I've had in years.
Yes, that's a good
I was
comment.
like, this was just such a bad day.
That's
Like,
a
I'll
good
tell you
comment
guys
too. I like
privately
it.
everything that's going on. It's just so bad. I was like, oh man.
We'll
like,
be back next week.
all right, so let's. I'm like, I'm not going to cancel because Phil will slash my tires. So, because Phil hates when we flake out.
Oh my god!
All
I
right,
did.
so thanks to everyone that jumped in. RPG Exile, thank you, sir.
You should
Finally,
start from the
with
bottom.
fantasy.
Crispy, to be honest.
Oh, we should start at the
Back
bottom. Okay,
What?
we'll go back. Okay, so
Yeah, because like people that are still watching. right?
EZD6. Oh yeah, of course,
I
that's a
don't
good
have the
point. Thank you.
question answer.
EZD6 or Worlds Without Number. Which one's superior? What do you think?
EZD6 for me.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah, I
like
would
it
rather
better.
play easy.
think
much
my-
much more 4D friendly. Much more.
Yeah, I'm
And I
gonna
like
say
it. For me, like
I
this
like
karma
the-
thing is very interesting.
It's very interesting. I like it a lot. I would say what I like about Worlds Without Number is I love the setting. I love the sandbox tools that are there.
Mhm.
There's some great things there that you can use in any game.
Mm.
What I prefer EZD6 for the magic system, which is just so
Okay.
much better. And I do really like this karma thing a
Rolling
lot.
a 6 is better than rolling a 20.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like it. I like it a lot. So it's very good. Oh, thanks, Bacon. That's really kind of you to say. That's great. Multi-level dungeon crawl needs some intelligent creatures you can trade, barter, haggle, or talk to,
Or extort.
or extort, or threaten their children. Even if only a couple of the monster tribes speak still comment. I
Whoa.
decided that on the comment, like on the fly. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time for them to start. They want to talk. Let's let them talk.
We tried to talk to every creature.
With 3 different monstrous factions inhabiting and some monsters living there too. Last dungeon had 4 layers, took your player group 5 sessions to play. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I can't. I mean,
Yeah, was this a faster dungeon crawl? Yep.
it was definitely. It's 4-level
I
dungeon in
agree
1
with that.
session. Yeah, we did that. Thanks for all the comments, Z. I appreciate that. I love it when dungeons are designed to be approached from different angles. Yeah, me too. Because I was always one of the things I started off with. Remember, I mentioned it a couple times. I mentioned there's a tree on the inside of the courtyard.
Yeah.
And that's how, and I was like, there's a tree on the, because I was thinking, if they
You said it
wanted to,
three-
they could just
three
tie something to that tree and go right down to the bottom. They
Yeah.
could do that if they wanted. And that I was trying to think of a way that the orc-like creatures avoided that pulverizing rock thing. Remember when I described the bodies that you had found
Yes.
right at the beginning,
They were drained.
Yeah.
and they're drained? It was that rock that had killed
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on that when you were
Yeah.
like, "There's a sucking sound." I'm like, "Okay."
It's true.
this
We
looks-
got off the well, but like this thing is right next to us. So.
It's yeah.
I was really worried there was gonna be like an last arc situation with like the rock rolling.
Starts
downstairs.
rolling down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought about doing that. Falling into the den, skipping a level. Yep, that's what it almost came to. That it would have. It almost did. Could have. Artwork is great. I agree. I hope they're not offended. I used it, but we're not monetizing this, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Door.
That's what RPG are all about: opening door, getting to
Yeah.
the next door.
Z levels.
From
Yeah.
the-
So that's when it. Okay, this is
You
great.
say so.
It's not a blonde. It's not a blonde. That was when we had that thing.
I really like. Yeah,
That was so good.
Speech was
It's
great.
more,
like-
more raven hair, not sexy.
That was so good. Yes, Bill does have the best one-liners. There's no question. Grave robbing now too. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So much
I
faster.
robbed
when
the
you see.
bodies.
That's true. I
Yeah.
think the system helps with that. Z.
Yeah.
The system is fast. It's a fast resolution. I'm still not 100%
I think
sure.
we
I
also
did
have like
the.
some. We also have like some. We can also take some credit for that as well.
Yes.
That we're not fucking
Yeah.
around, right?
We're not stopping around. We
Yeah.
made some mistakes, so my apologies to the to DM
The fact
Scotty
that
for
we're
the
even
mistakes we
check-
made, but
The fact that we're even checking for traps on the door is pissing Max off.
yeah, it's like just open it.
Why aren't you just tearing it open? All right, dude.
Yeah. So lots in there. Okay. Dennis, thanks for stopping by. All right. So creative problem solving with magic. Fantastic use of
Yeah.
magic. Yes.
That's why the magic system is awesome.
Staircase with roots. That was cool. Liked it.
Yeah.
This was funny. Have a good rest of the day, ma'am.
Oh, I really
That's
like.
about it.
There was some of that back then that was hilarious. I can't remember.
What is
this.
going on?
It's
Hopefully
like you
we'll
had-
get
you
more
had-
At
attention
some point,
to it.
Christy was losing it.
Yeah.
So, like, Christy, like, just taking it
Max
out.
said something like, "Oh, I'm sure you understand. They attacked us." So.
Yeah. See, I
He's
used
trying
those.
to like
was-
justify.
Yeah, I
murder.
know.
It's great. It's like,
You're
okay,
just
you're
there.
right.
You're
I
just
love
there
you.
taking their jewelry too. With your tingling nose.
That's the part. I mean, like that's the part I was saying. I really like that part. It was like just like at some point, we just became cop for some reason.
Yep.
You understand? And like when you're the ones just fucking
Understand.
taking their shit.
So yeah, the what else are goblins the only sense talker in the group? That's true. Yeah. I liked how this was like not the second string, not the third string, like the
Yeah.
fourth string.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this say? Having to confirm crits leads to these. Should I spend
I
karma
know.
moments? Those
Another
mechanicals
part of the
mechanics
depth
to
of the
change
karma, man. There's
Yeah.
so many
Um,
little interactions. that
after the
make it
fact.
so
Often
good.
leads to out of character talking when trying to stay. in
Oh, there's
character.
one thing. Like that made me think of something.
Sure.
Mhm.
Like you said, the creature when a spell is cast, the creature is supposed to roll before
Yes, I kept
resistance
messing
before.
that up. So
Yeah.
I
and fail
I
as
need-
well. Like
Yeah,
roll-
I
This
need
one?
to.
What happened?
because
when-
at some
when
point like
it's-
you roll a 2, right? And
Yeah.
you say, "Oh, I'm gonna spend karma. I'm gonna make that a 4." So you spend like 2 points of karma, and then Crispy roll the resistance and roll a 5. But technically, the creature is supposed to roll the resistance first.
Yes.
So you roll a 5, and then you rolled. You would have rolled a
Oh.
2. You could have
And
decided.
you can decide how many
Oh, and
dice
then
to
I
roll.
can
Yeah,
pump it
Mm.
to
you
make
can
it
you can
successful.
decide how many dice to roll and all of that.
The
And
effect- the casting.
I
is
didn't.
the
There was
trick.
another thing too that I'm glad Max brought that up, because there's another thing about this. The opponents, the monsters, don't have armor checks. You'll notice that I wasn't doing any armor checks
I
for any
kept
of
waiting
them.
for you to.
They don't do armor checks, but they do have to roll magic resistance. So like
Yeah.
there is that. Like I still have magic resistance to roll. So I was
So,
that, but
Are
I
they
don't
not
roll
doing
armor.
like 6+ like we do. It's like some sort of weird contested roll. Or
There
that's how-
was some contested rolls. Like so, for example, when we had the what did this guy call it? I really liked what he called
For
it.
magic resistance?
Rune called it the giant chicken McNugget. So when the giant chicken McNugget had shot out its 6 tentacles, it's a contested roll because if they hit, they just automatically grapple, and then on your next turn you can do a contested roll to get out of the grapple.
I probably should have a boon on that.
Yeah, you would, because it's a strength
Because
check.
it's a strength test.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but yeah.
And and then if you didn't, then what it would do is you would do 1 strike of damage to you by smashing you on the top of the rock, like pulverizing you on the rock. That's how it did. Great monster, by the way. Like as far as an ambush predator goes, I really like it. So anyway, that's how so contested rolls are different. We need more practice with that.
Yeah.
Yes, a mezzanine is an indoor balcony. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to look it up.
I had to look up what a mezzanine was, whatever the thing with the B was.
Oh,
after the bridge.
Oh, the Barbican? Yeah.
That's like it's like a fort, apparently.
Yeah, it's the front of the castle. Like when you go in, and there's the, portcullis, and there's the murder holes. It's like it's the entrance to the
house
dungeon.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the Barbican.
Yeah.
Or Barbican. I don't know how to say it.
Well, I know now.
Okay, so let me see here. We got
they were talking about like a dungeon crawler. The name of the game was actually EZD6, and dungeon crawler was just like the type of play we play.
Type of play we were trying. Not thrilled with that. Not seeing myself going back to that anytime soon. But
like it was like that's what the comment like Zonara was saying. Like I must say this group has a harder time staying in character than during Wendy's RPG game, and that was at the beginning, right? Like,
yes.
Like I think it took us like after like the first maybe half hour. I think we found a bit of stride.
We got into a rhythm. Yeah, we got into.
Also, like to be honest, like when I came here like tonight, like I wasn't feeling too well. I had like a very bad headache. I took some medicine, so that helped. But
is that medicine came in a can? Is that what you're talking about? Medicine? I saw you drinking something.
Yes. It was a sobriety headache, I guess.
Yes. I really liked this, Rick. Bacon picked up on it too. The fact that you kept on vomiting, like something like
body
you were
parts.
the squeamish elf.
You start,
great.
cutting off body parts, he's going to start puking. Yeah,
I like
that's
that
my character.
Thank you very much, Joseph. That's very kind of you. And thank you, Z. Also very kind. I like this poison stuff. I did that when you were checking to see if it was poison, and you had told me before that you were gonna taste things a lot. You said you were gonna, and so that's why I was like, I kind of tried to do are you gonna do the thing?
I would have, so you were right.
Hey, Z liked this the animation you did, Rick. I noticed that too.
Oh yeah. If you guys need help doing that, I can let you know how
it's that OBS thing or what?
It's through OBS.
When a tree kind of goes where you don't plan it, then it is called a volunteer. Like if it's here we'll have where I happen to live, you get volunteer trees all the time. It's a big problem. So volunteer itself. That's what I'm referring to. But anyway,
it's just called how trees work.
Yep, that's how trees work.
It's just lend
me your lumber.
Use that a lot in gardens as well. Whenever you get
you get volunteers. All right. Well, thank you very much. And we do too, Bacon. Thank you so much for watching. And Solos, thanks for watching on the replay. And of course, as we sign off, thank you to my excellent players. Max, yes.
Next week, we're going to do something very different.
Yes, Bastard Sword, right?
As far as we can go from that. Like now we're going to go like a much heavier system, but see if we can role play in it.
Absolutely.
And then that's going to be an interesting contrast, I guess.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
So next week, we're going to play some Bastard Sword. I'm going to be running for you guys.
Yeah, can't wait.
Right.
It's going to be awesome.
Try to send me this week like what you want for character, and I'll make that for you.
We should talk about what we should, as we think about characters, we should probably think about what kind of adventure we're running.
Yeah, we should probably have a session 0.
Yeah, we should have a session 0 sometime. So also, if you have a question about the rules and stuff like that,
right?
if you look in the link I put in the Discord, I have like a quick start.
Yep.
You don't have to go through all of it, but the most important thing at first. So it's pretty much, you read until you say, okay, I got enough.
So yeah, so that's coming up. So look out for that. Bastard Sword, that's going to be a great one. And yeah, thank you very much, Rick and Phil, of course, cracking us up all the time. Thank you very much, Max. We threw that one together fairly short notice, so thank you very much. And thanks for DM Scotty for creating a good game.
Yes.
We're going to use it again.
And I hope he's going to be happy with the representation that we did.
Yeah, for our first time, I'm reasonably okay with it. I think we can push it even more.
Looking forward to getting my copy in 7 weeks.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I've got my PDF, so that'll work for now. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll end the stream there, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much.